Streaming on YouTube. Let's get it live. Let's get it going. Let's make it happen. Only 30 FPS is going over to YouTube. That's a little weird. Not sure why it's not more. Oh boy, code. Oh boy, it's something. I'll tell you what it is. It's Milky Way time. This stream sponsored you by Milky Way. Not really. I'm lying, but I sure do love me a good chunk of chocolate. Alright, I have no idea how this is gonna go. I downloaded a new Visual Studio, so that's up to date. I made sure Unreal Engine was up to date. It was up to date last night. I don't know if it's up to date today. I swear to God, if there's an update for Unreal Engine, I'm gonna cry. The tutorial is in Unreal Engine 4. I'm gonna do it in 5 anyways. And we know from past experiences that when Windows turns on the VR headset, it likes to absolutely destroy all of my audio settings. We know all of this stuff to be true, and we're gonna go ahead and push forward and do this stream anyways, damn it, because it's gonna be fun. I might fall asleep. We all might. Server down for the stream? Yeah, I just took it off. I checked and you were playing like Hollow Knight or some shit, and so I turned it off. What's up, Inferno Gaming? How you doing, onesie? You don't want to wear a onesie anymore? But will you still be doing... What's it called? Role-playing GTA. Want to be yourself more? Are you saying that you're not an actual chicken suit? Come on. Oh, come on. All right, so I don't know how we're going to do with all the audio and everything. Let me know if something is off and we can change it. I'm going to try to keep the music pretty quiet, but still there, so it is there. Because the plan is I'm going to watch a tutorial guy, man, giving me permission to do it on stream, and then code along with it. And they offer challenges. I've done some of the previous courses. I have not done this course, and the way that they normally do it is they like give a little bit of instruction and then they give a challenge, and at those points we're gonna pause the tutorial thing and I'm gonna go for it, and you guys can chime in with like, hey, try to do this or try to do that. Now, this is the start. I expect there to not be a lot of room to do stuff right now. This one is gonna be on like getting movement set up, and we might have to do, this might take 2 or 3 to get the movement fully fleshed out. But after that, when we're into the coding stuff, like whenever we're actually making the game, throw out wild ideas. I love a firefighting game. That's pretty much the theme. Pretty good theme. Milky Way. So, my current idea, and be thinking, gotta have Dixper going. No. No. Just be, screen goes black. I'm trying to write code here. They're over here like, Alt F4 application. Yeah, maybe that's something, there's something there for a little bit more entertainment value. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I don't know if I'm feeling it. All right, what else? So, my current plan, because I just want to like try to make something small, just a really small game. My idea is to make an I Spy game. Now, I'm totally open to you guys coming up with new ideas and we do something completely different. I'm just trying to think of something super freaking easy, okay? So we're gonna be able to like walk around in the environment, and the game's gonna be like, I spot my little eye, something orange, or whatever, right? And then we're gonna go try to find it. That would be like the end state. That's like shippable game. We sell it on Steam for $1, and I party because I officially made a game for the first time. All right, that is the goal. That's what I'm heading for. Oh shit, I didn't hook up Restream.io to YouTube. If anyone's on YouTube, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not looking at you. I'm sorry. I'll get that fixed here in like 2 seconds, okay? My bad. Yeah, that's the plan here. So let me get that fixed because I don't have that on. In fact, where the hell is my YouTube tab even at? There it is. It says it's not live. Oh, there it's live. All right, it just took it a second. All right, let's get this fixed before I forget again. Boom, boom, clickety clack. Don't talk back. Gotta go for now. Just wanted to stop in to say hi. Also, I found a GFX from Fiverr. Sweet. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I hope that didn't get picked up. I'm over here burping in your ear. Yeah, I didn't like. I used Fiverr Artist for like for my bit badges and the sub thingies, the sub tiers and the bit tiers. That's it. So I don't really have like a GFX person to recommend when you were asking about that earlier. But I'm glad you found somebody, and I hope they treat you well. What are we doing? I'm fixing the restream chat. That's what I'm doing. We're getting the chat set up. Getting a logo and a panel for 30. Nice. You already have an idea, or are you just like pitching to them like, I kind of want this, I'm kind of feeling this vibe, and then they're gonna fill it in? Alright. Why it signed me out of everything? That's a little weird. Click all the fire hydrants. Oh boy! I love clicking on fire hydrants. I don't see any more fire hydrants. Verified. I'm a verifiable human being. Yes! I passed the test. Hey, Kim over on YouTube. How you doing? Thanks for swinging in. I appreciate you being here. We got it working. Once I have my station helmet on it, so I sent them pictures of all that and gave them an idea. Be careful. A lot of them use templates. I don't like the look of. Yeah. God, Milky Ways are so good. Ugh. All my clothes are shrinking. I can't figure out why. Like, oh, it's so good. Every time I lift my hands up, my belly shows. I've only got like 5 shirts that don't do that out of like the 20 I got. It's ridiculous. Like, is it me getting bigger? No, it can't be. It's gotta be the shirts getting smaller. There's no other explanation. I can't think of another explanation. All right, let's close my email, close that out. Log in to game dev, and let's get this course up and get to it. So I don't have Epic running. I don't have Visual Studio up. Oh my God, why do I get random stomach pains? Ugh. Hopefully Alan didn't curse me with a kidney stone. He just had one. I don't want to get one. It's like right here on my left side. Oh, what is on my left side? I don't know anatomy. Oh, but then it's gone. It's gone. Not sure if I can somehow show stream or want to. But I just sent this to work group chat on Twitter. Oh, nice. You open your Christmas box? No, I'm not opening Christmas gifts until it's Christmas time. That's someone else that just bought this full package. Speaking of which, Kimber is having pain similar to a kidney stone now too. Oh God, it's contagious. It's contagious. What have you done to all of us? All right. Now's the true test for audio. Gonna flip on over to the other side. Yeah, no green screen. I didn't even realize. Yeah, no green screen because if we put up a green screen, it's gonna block the sensor. So no green screen. You get the real me. The dirty room and all. Well, we still got the green screen blocking out the room, so there's that. Oh no! No, God, I just gotta keep eating the Milky Way. Paint chocolate on my face. I was kind of looking at this the other day. We don't need to watch the promo. You want to watch the welcome course orientation? I'll click on it. We can do an audio test.
But we have the questions here, and
you hear them?
Very, very active. Loads
I can hear them.
Of questions, and you'll notice
music's a little loud for me. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit.
Either myself or Ben or a teaching assistant.
All right, this seems good for the music.
And you can see that they're getting marked. Now, beyond this, if you go to the resources available tab in Udemy, and go and
Definitely
look
use simple,
for
which
a
is fine
link
for the
in
price.
the
Handmade
lecture
costs a bit
called
more.
This Lecture's
If I were to do it, it'd
Discussion.
probably be
So
like
you'll
50 to
notice
100, and I'm not
every
even
lecture
good.
has one of these.
Yeah, it's just for
And
the amount
if
of
you
time that you
click
put into it.
it will take you to our very own community.gamedev.tv forum, and it's taken us to a very specific place that is in the real section in the...
Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and run from the top.
Hello and welcome to the course. I'm really excited to have you on board. Well done for getting stuck in right away. So
You gotta run it
here
at
we
1.5
are
times
at the
speed.
beginning of the course, and before we get into any VR, I want to have a little go at telling you about the structure of the course, as well as how you, as a student, can get the most out of it. First of all, let's talk about structure. So the course is broken down into two big topics, which are going to be movement and user interface. And between those two sections, we are going to cover other topics as well, such as performance enhancement for VR, and lots of other good stuff.
So I watched this
interacting with the world
5 minutes of this last night,
section,
just making sure I had access to everything.
In a space that is bigger than your play area.
I was pretty sad.
VR system. So often this will.
I was pretty sad to find out this is just doing movement and user interface. We're not actually setting up a game
blinkers to prevent
through this tutorial
while at the same time
or guide, whatever you want to call it.
With a joystick. And
that's fine.
a fun bit which will also teach us about interaction with.
Because then we can get the movement done.
Where we will be able to.
Seems pretty important.
Not something that you typically haven't.
Set you up with climbing. That's pretty cool.
In this first section, but it is.
And then with movement and the user interface, we can build our own game. And like I said, I'm leaning towards I Spy. It feels like a pretty easy one to do, and I'm pretty excited about it, just because there's a lot you can add to that, right? Like so
we are going to be creating a light painted demo here, so you'll see that what we can do.
So with I Spy, right, we could have the game suggesting things to us. We could get like multiple hints built in. I don't know how to play like competitive I Spy. I don't even think that's a thing, but we could build like a really cool world for it. Can work on like trying to get multiplayer set up, right? That's I Spy is a pretty easy thing for multiplayer, right? Like you pick a thing and then they pick a thing or whatever. Like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of expansion that can be done upon it, but there's a very clear goal that's simple.
How do you, as a student,
I'm pretty excited about
this course and really make a transformation in yourself? Now, the key to that is putting a lot into the course as well as just watching the videos. And I call this engagement. How do you as a student engage? Well, there's 4 levels.
And get engagement to get a lot out of this. Well, it can't really be any more engaging than running a damn stream with it.
Lectures, it might seem simple, but often people find they just don't have the time to even do that. That's because they don't make time.
I'm out of the way.
Schedule some time in, figure out.
Oh wait, they specifically told me not to do that. I gotta always be here whenever they're here.
But do try and keep yourself accountable. Maybe use.
And if you guys do like exclamation course, you'll be able to.
That's the basic steps. The next thing is to attempt
get a link.
Challenges given in every lecture. We do a challenge in every lecture. Make sure you pause the video and give it a go. Even if it's hard, even if you don't actually know how to solve it, just the process of trying to tackle the challenge will teach you a lot. Then you can enhance the project. So you can go a step further than we do in the lectures, and you can think, oh, I'd like to implement this in my project. Go and do a little bit further reading and have a go at implementing it. Even again, if you don't actually manage, trying to go further than the lectures is a great step. And finally, top of this pyramid is to apply or reapply the knowledge from the lectures to your own project. Most successful students have a passion project on the side, and they will finish a section.
Talking about
section and go, okay, how can
looks
I
like this is just all. Oh wait, hold up. Here we go.
And reapply the knowledge for the community.
Skip.
Now we're going to get a chance to use this in this challenge to share your goals. This is your first challenge slide. This is what they look like. Now what's going to follow is a little description, and then you can pause the video and give it a go. So what are your VR goals? How do you plan to follow the course? How do you plan to keep yourself accountable and make time? Do you have a side project that you're going to be reapplying your knowledge to? What platform have you got? You've got an Oculus Rift, a Vive, something else? And what are you looking forward to? What is the section that you're most interested in? What exact topic are you most looking forward to seeing? So pause the video and have a go at sharing this with the community using the map to find the right place to share.
Oh no, we gotta look back. All right. So it has the right answer, goes to Udemy. We don't have a right answer to this. This is just our own thing. So we're gonna go to Game Dev TV, and let's see here. Click here. Does this have a link to where we need to go? I've done a few on Udemy. Oh, here we go. Delicious project changes, Discord invite, slide deck. No, info, discussion. Oh, you can just do it right here at the bottom. Sharing my goals. Somebody else is started taking this course 2 days ago. New topic. Guess this is just a talk. You have a draft progress in for this topic. Would you like to do that now? Discard. All right. Sharing goals. Seems like a straightforward one. What are your VR goals? How do you plan to follow this course? Do you have a side project? What platform have you got? And what are you looking forward to? All right. Well, the VR goals. I want to do that one kind of last. Wait, can I just like, I want to copy it. I can't copy it. It's not possible. Snap it over here, snap this over here. Back over here. Bulletin. What are your VR goals? Bloop. How do you plan to follow the course? I don't know why that one got a capital in the middle. Do you have a side project? What platform have you got? Are you looking forward to? All right, what are your VR goals? To finish a game and put it on Steam, regardless of its adoption rate. I don't care how many people get it. I don't care if anybody gets it. That's what I want to do. How do you plan to follow the course? 1 day a week on stream at. Got to get that nice shame plug, right? Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Do you have a side project? Yes, we are just going to only do the side project as a stream builds a game. We're going to start off going towards an I Spy. Plug it, baby! Yeah, and we can change that to anything. If you guys get ideas, they gotta be simple. That is the only requirement. They have to be very simple. We're not gonna, because I will run with an idea before you know. If you suggest a gun before the end of it, we're gonna have like open world, destructible platforms, things blowing up, explosions, grenades, everything. It's gotta be simple, or else I will run out into the ether, just trying to make it as cool and crazy as possible. So. I Spy, super small. That's what I'm starting with. That's my idea. And it'd be really cool if it uses VR. So, that's another thing. If it actually takes advantage of the hands. But that may change. As chat has ideas. That's just mine. Platform have you got? Index and Vive. Index is Bay. What are you looking forward to? Hanging out and meeting people in the community. Done. All right, sweet. We did the first challenge. On to the next.
Using the map to find the right place to share.
I'll plug him.
Okay, welcome back. Now, hopefully you paused it. That is the second level of the pyramid.
This has got to be a
attempt these challenges. Okay, so hopefully you navigated and said.
So I went to go do. On Facebook. There we go. I was trying to collect my thoughts. Sorry. I went to go to their Facebook page, and I was going to post that I was going live on their Facebook page, but in the thumbnail I have the game dev logo, and I didn't explicitly get permission for the game dev logo. Oh yes, I wanted to show this. I meant to do this at the very start of the stream because I'm sure that this is gonna come up. I got permission from Jamie. If anybody says I can't do this, fire Jamie. All right, he's the bastard that gave me the go ahead. Oh, and that was another reason why I didn't post it. The community rules apparently says no swearing, and if you link to something that has swearing, you gotta like scream it's 18 plus and make sure that everyone knows that it's not family friendly. And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't post this here. One, I got their logo and they didn't say I could use their logo, and two, I say fuck a lot. Yeah. Yeah, my reaction was, fuck! You're exactly right, Alan. So, because I was like, man, this community, this Facebook page has like 10,000 people. It's always got people talking, and I've been on that page forever. So I was like, man, if I post my link there, I bet you I'm going to get some following or somebody to come over and check it out. I thought it was a genius idea. I was super excited. And then like as you get a post, it's like, click here to read the community rules. And I was like, you know, I've been a part of this for like 10 years. I've never read those.
Well, this doesn't have a correct answer. No one can mark a top answer. So I need to go over to this lecture. I need to go to resources available, this lecture's discussions, then I need to sign up or log in and create a new topic.
If you saw that, this video, when they made this video,
correct answer. No one can mark answer. So I need to go over.
They didn't have.
Lecture. I need to go to resources available.
See this right here on the left side. This is Udemy. And Udemy has a very good content detection stuff. So Udemy might detect that I'm streaming this on YouTube and yell at me. But Udemy, you can't stream. I went to go to do it from Udemy because I own more of their courses on Udemy than I do on their actual website. And Udemy doesn't let OBS capture it, but their website does let you capture it. So
available. This lecture.
Yeah.
And I need to sign up or log in and create a new topic. Give it a catchy title and.
All right, so yeah, basically he's saying the challenge was you should go to there, which is where I went. I did the challenge right. Good job. Next.
We're gonna have 3 sections: movement, UI, and interaction. Then we looked at the pyramid of engagement.
Oh wait.
The base is going to be followed. Then to attempt
movement, UI, and interaction. Oh, there's 3 sections. Sweet. I thought that they said there was only 2 at the start. Movement and UI.
Consists of Udemy for things that have a top answer. This community.gamedev.tv for shares and anything that doesn't have a top answer has more of a discussion slant. And then we talked about Discord, which is the live chat server way. Now, one more point about the community is only as strong as its members. So make sure when you are asking a question, you're also trying to find a question that you can answer. And that when you are posting,
when we ask a question, we gotta answer a question.
Somebody else's share.
All right. Oh my God, we already. Oh no, this is somebody else. I was like, we already got 2 replies.
To seeing what you guys are going to share in response to this challenge here in this lecture, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture.
There's a big one, yeah. VR 4X. Oh my God, you want to make Civilization in VR? That sounds awesome. Dude, I'd be down for that. I'm down to buy a VR 4X game. We'll send a smiley face at the end. We can't send too many exclamation points. We gotta smile sometimes, not just always screaming at people. As I scream at you. Alright, next. Not sure if you know enough C++. Oh yes, take a quiz! We're about to get destroyed. Self-assessment. It's gonna be like, you don't know jack diddly shit. Which of the above should you open to edit levels? The U project. Boom. Done. Yes, I'm a genius. Alright, continue next. Holy shit, there's 23 freaking questions? Which options can you use to preview your game? 5. Options, plural. Well, 5 is one of them for sure. 6 is another one. Boom. Awesome. Next. This editor window has been jumbled up. Alright, you know what? I'm not going through 23 of these. Next. Where's the next one at? Alright, take this off. Getting into VR. Alright, here we go. Let the fun begin.
We actually get stuck right into VR. We're
gonna...
Welcome back. In this lecture, we actually get stuck right into VR.
My volume at? Oh, my volume is low.
And be able to look around an empty scene. Not very exciting, but we will be looking around an empty scene and figuring out how Unreal
Speed 1.5. Talk faster.
Display. Before that, what is a head-mounted display and why are we using it? So this is a head-mounted display. I'm sure I don't need to teach you. I'm using the Oculus. Nope, not the Oculus. Here I'm using the HTC Vive. You'll be able to follow along with the Oculus Rift as well. Now, these are desktop devices. What about mobile VR? Mobile VR is where instead of having a screen, a dedicated screen, you use
mobile VR
processing. But we're not really explicitly going to be covering mobile VR in this course, but the reason for that is that it's mostly about just deploying to those devices, and you need to be extra careful of performance. Otherwise, the principles are very much the same. The only difference is that if you are
I need a mic like that. Somebody buy me a $700 mic.
Way to preview your project. You're not going to be deploying to your device every time you want to preview. You are going to be using one of these to preview on the desktop. As we're going to
I'm just kidding. Do not do that.
I've also got hand controllers here, but For the beginning of this section, all we need is the head-mounted display, which is, as it sounds, a head-mounted
Those are
display.
definitely eyebrows, not caterpillars. Hey, you be nice to our UK brethren.
That is my tracking hardware. That is one of two tracking this headset. So that's what
Where's my Dude, I got him on like 1.5 speed. That's why he talks so fast. I would normally put it on 2x, but I'm doing this for you guys. Can you guys understand this? I got this.
So that is hardware out of the way.
This is double speed.
A project. So here I've got my Epic Games Launcher. I'm going to launch up Unreal Engine, as you probably know how already at this stage.
All right.
And when it's finished,
all right, so he's using 4.18. I'm not going to use 4.18. I'm modern.
Steam VR little thing.
We're gonna go with 5.0.
Minimize it, but you can see there my hand controls.
It's gonna be a complete dumpster fire because nothing is going to match. It's okay.
Now, obviously, I assume that you've already set up your device, and I'm not teaching you to do that because there's good instructions on that comes with your device, and hopefully you've already been able to play a game. This isn't just fresh out of the box for you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the new project tab. Go to the C++ tab. I'm going to be teaching you in this
sweet
course,
C++, hell yeah,
rather than Blueprint, because it's easier to go from C++ to Blueprint than the other way round. It's often very hard to find documentation on C++, so if you ever need to make stuff really performant, need to put it in C++, it's good to know how to do that. So let's start off with a basic code.
Listen to 10 times speed.
Go for a desktop console, maximum quality, no starter console.
All I'm saying is I can understand Rap God, all right? Where the oh my god! It's on 0. It's taking so long to launch. 8% launched. All right, well, we gotta pause the video while we get our thing up here. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. We got the smooth jazz. Does this smooth jazz fit my chaotic energy? Probably not. It's like got like this nice calming instrumental, and then just be screaming like a crazy person. All right, we're making a new game. This isn't C tab right here. All right. Ah, we'll pull it off to the side. So, no more Milky Ways for you. You want me to eat another Milky Way? That's how you get me to, you know, if you say that again, I'm eating your Christmas, all right? Yeah, that's right. I'll eat your Christmas. Have you ever done an automotive product design? No, Six Corners, I have not. I'm not in the car industry. How you doing? Thanks for swinging by. I'm sure you'll be able to wreak havoc. So far, we've got nothing started. We're just now launching the project. And I'm expecting, as soon as I launch this, by the way, I'm expecting as soon as I launch it, the headset's going to turn on, Windows is going to freak out and set the headset to be my microphone. There's a good chance it will do that. If it does, let me know. And then I will spend 30 minutes crying about it. Alright, the thing here is desktop, maximum quality, no starter content. You don't want any starter content? That is baloney. Choose if real-time ray tracing should be supported. We'll leave that disabled initially. I don't want ray tracing. That sounds like it'll explode everything. All right. Blank? Is it going for blank?
I'm putting it in a folder that is already a Git repository.
Oh, he's got source control. Shit. It would make sense that Six Corners would show up right as soon as let's do this off stream. Right as soon as I am about to start it without any without any source control. Yeah, we're gonna stick it in here. Let's make a new folder. Oh wait, no, we already got a UE5 early access. Let's go in here. Oh, that's not where we want. Let's just name this, what the hell are we gonna name this folder? I'm so bad with names. Names are the devil. What? No source control. Not initially. Maybe we'll change it up. You know, we could do that as a buddy project of torture. You can't source control is the worst for Unreal Engine because you should use peer force as far as I'm concerned because that's what everybody else does. And then you've got weirdos who are dev enthusiasts like you who are everything is in Git and nothing is right. Actually, large companies, they'll do a mix of both Git and peer force where they use Git for the code and peer force for all the object files and models and maps and characters and assets and everything else and it makes things weird because like blueprints that get used don't really work well in Git. It's just I just think it's a pure force thing, but it's such a pain. I think it's just a checkbox. Just use Git LFS. Git LFS is such a bogus shit. It's not even funny. It's so bad. At least whenever I used it before, what happened was they're like, you've hit 50 gigs. You've been working on this project for 2 days. You can't use this anymore unless you start giving us lots of money. It actually might just be 15 gigs, and you hit it in no time, flat, with Unreal Engine. But maybe that was a product of the hosting and not a product of Git LFS. It's probably a problem I have with that have been Bitbucket I was using. Either way, that might have been the issue. It's who I was using to host it. I just want to get a NAS drive, like a giant, like 20 terabyte slot in drives on my desk, and just like open up a port to let you and any other friends that want to go along with this project have access to it. That's something I think would probably be like the best. Unreal projects. Yeah, we're just gonna name this one Unreal Project. There's a folder. Unreal Projects path does not exist. Yeah, I was renaming a folder. Unreal Projects. Open that up. This is where the file is going. Select folder. Project name. Stream Builds VR. That's the project name.
Repository, so it's under version control. Now we're going to go ahead and name the project. And I'm going to call it Architecture Explorer, which is the name of the section and also the name of the repo.
Yeah, I can turn on source control and not push it anywhere.
This will take a different amount of time, varying.
You are right. That is an option.
Computer. So I'm not going to just leave this on the screen. I'm going to fast forward through it, and that's what I'll do with compilations and so on in this course. So you will possibly have to pause if you're following along with the video and don't have a ridiculously powerful computer. So my project finished generating. It launched up Visual Studio here, or it'll launch up Xcode if you.
All right, we'll pause that there. All right, is my mic still working? Because it's starting to launch. It's happening on the back. We'll go ahead and slot this in up here. While we're waiting on that, we can go shake hands with some other people who are just getting into this project as well. Sure, why not? Can you use blueprints with C++ projects? Yes, you can. The mic is still fine. Sweet. I think this is on. Sweet. Because sometimes, I think there's 2 of me, right? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, hey. Yeah, this thing's microphone's picking me up. Here, I can mute that real quick. And fixed. That's not picking me up anymore. Sweet. I was thinking it would turn this microphone off. So I'm glad it did not do that. What is taking this thing so long? All right, well, share my goals. One of our VR-related goals is go in here and say hey to somebody. Hi, my name is Juan from Argentina. I'm really happy to get this course. Start developing. My VR goals are being able to create a stunning and trippy scenarios where the user can complement their VR experiences by listening to a certain song and live within those few minutes. Get off my screen. I'm trying to read over here. All right, so they're trying to make a music equalizer. Gotcha. Sweet. Well, I guess we're not going to interact with them. Freaking Visual Studio says no. Oh, here's Unreal Engine. All right, so yeah, we're following along with the course that is in 4.18, and we're doing it in 5. So what they say to do, project file is out of date. Would you like to update it? How is it out of date? You were literally just made. What is this? How is this out of date? Sure, update. Fuck. What? How is that possible? Well, this looks like it's launched. That looks like it's launched. Everything seems like it's fine. Yep. Did this open in Visual Studio 22 or 19? This looks like 19. I downloaded brand new Visual Studio for this. I didn't update 19. All right, whatever. I guess that's what we're using. We'll just give them a good old-fashioned Good luck, smiley face. Bitches love smiley faces. Wait, what? I'm replying to Aurelia? I want to be replying to Juan Torres. Okay, I don't know how to do. I see. Click this reply, not that reply. Good luck with the project. We'll send this guy a smiley face. There we go. Look at us being positive members. Anybody interact with my page that's been up for like all of 2 seconds? Damn it. I didn't think they would. Get that self-assessment out of here.
You're doing this course back. And
whole new project. Yeah, we do.
Well,
I know you love smiley faces.
Project. What do we have? Well, we've got some kind of base floor grid. We've got some lights in our scene. What else have we got? Have a look at the world outliner here on the right. Not very much. A player start, some lights.
Oh my god.
Reflection stuff.
I now need a new monitor. I can justify it. Yeah. So every time I've done programming, I have like Unreal Engine on one monitor, and then I have Visual Studio on another monitor, and then I'm Googling things on a third monitor. But now we have this stream on a monitor. So I need a fourth monitor for the stream. Yes, I can justify buying another screen. 4 monitor gang, that's where we gotta go. Oh no! All right, well, hopefully I didn't just break my headset because I ran over the cord with the fucking 100-pound chair. Plus my fat ass in it, so 300 pounds just ran over that cable. Is there a Dixper for UE5? No, we're not. Alan said the same thing. And a 5th one to appreciate your wallpaper. Alan, you're being the positive influence I never knew I needed in my life. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I need a new monitor. Mine is just overclocked my refresh rate to 130 because the 144 is broken. Is it because you blew jambalaya soup in your monitor? I hear that does bad things for it. Maybe that's why it's not working the way you would expect it to be working.
This thing in Unreal actually comes with atmospheric fog. That's quite funny. They are very particular about how good looking their engines. Let's go ahead and play. You can see we've got this very basic pawn that can fly around. So it's not a character or anything. It can fly all the way around the world like this. Okay.
Yep.
So that is
I can do that too.
Basic setup. How easy is it to get it set up in VR? Well, it's just a question of going to the drop down next to play and going to VR preview, and that's literally it. Now, if I put on my headset, let me show you guys on the camera. So here I am, here's my headset, I stick it on, and if we go back, you should be able to see that I'm able to move it around and see everything in the world automatically just by moving my headset. You can see it's very
Can
wobbly.
confirm.
So, what is going on here? Well, I'm going to leave that up to you in this challenge. How does it work?
Oh my god.
Is going to be the question of the challenge.
You guys hear that?
Put it under version control. Preview the scene in VR, just
God.
like I have done.
I gotta stop
take a
it.
Look at the pawn.
Stop running. Woo. Oh no. Am I still here? Is the computer breaking?
Editor. By that I mean.
All right, there we go.
Over Alt Tab or Windows Tab over to your Unreal Editor, which is showing a live view of all the actors in the scene as you're playing.
Because the AOC monitor I have is not officially supported by NVIDIA, even though it said it would be compatible when I bought it. How is a monitor? I've never had any issues. I don't think there's compatibility issues with monitors, right? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is Dustin who's saying that. Damn it. It's got Dustin with a dark purple and 6 corners with a slightly less dark purple. You could use virtual desktop instead of getting more monitors. Windows finally copied that from Mac and Linux. Say, put it under version control. Yes, he did just say that. Shut up, we're not doing it.
Playing in the editor, and have a look at the pawn and see how does it work. What's changing? What's it changing around? And have a little hypothesis of how it works.
No, see, if we try to put it under VR, it's going to be the next 2 hours of me crying. And I'm just not emotionally prepared for that, all right? It's a little... So setting up source control has got to be the worst thing ever, every single time, and I don't know why. Once it's set up, I can use it. I can use it just fine. In fact, Yeah, I was about to lie. I was gonna say I was one of the go-to people, but not one of the go-to people. I was like, at work, I was helping someone because I needed so much help that I became an expert in what they had wrong.
Back.
So in that sense, I was the go-to person.
Try to share your answer to that in the community website, because it is a share rather than something that has a top answer.
What do you want me to share? I don't want to share anything. Not this time. We already shared once.
Share if you want, and working.
In the VR, take a look at the pawn in the editor. All right, well, we'll do that. We can do that. We're gonna follow along with these, almost all of them. Whenever that doesn't involve me going somewhere and talking to somebody. All right, so VR preview, launch it. Yeah, we've already done that. Bloop, there it is. The computer was going to start exploding. Oh my god. What? Amazing. All right, we might not be able to do VR with OBS running. This might be a problem. No, I've done VR with OBS before. What the hell? I don't know. We did it just 2 seconds ago. I turned it on, put the headset on, looked around, it looked great. And then we hit that button and it exploded. Let's try it again. Run it back. Boom. Yeah, see, there it is. See, I can move the headset around. Boom. I didn't realize that you could see what I was seeing whenever I was testing that out. All right. I'm nowhere near the play space. Let's go throw this in the play space. Look at those frames dropping whenever we have this running. It's amazing. All right, so Alt tab out and we come over here and it says to look at what the pawn looks like. Where's the pawn? Where's my mouse? Oh my gosh. This is a fighting. We're fighting here. Player start. See a player state, player controller. I don't see a player. Default pawn. Oh, there it is. Snap to it. Not snapping to it. Well, this is because we're new to using this. I don't know what this is. If I move it around, does it move? Anything moving in the world? Doesn't look like it's moving. Interesting. Get a streamer computer. I've got another computer that I intended to use as a streaming computer. And wait, hold on. We're gonna close that. Is the audio choppy whenever it's lagging? Or is it just visually lagging? I don't know if my audio's cutting out or not. Is it just visually lagging over here in my little box? Or is it actually lagging everywhere? Or like, is my audio actually lagging with it? But anyways, I've got another computer that I was gonna use for streaming, but the audio is what, like, it just looked like way more work than it's worth. Like, I don't need one, so I wasn't going to get one. There were 2 audio cutouts. All right, cool, good to know. Whenever it starts stuttering like that, there may or may not be audio problems. Gotcha. Yeah, I noticed the visual indicator cut out for a second, and I was like, oh wait, are we having? That's what made me think we might be having issues. Anyways, you can see that all those other things are gone now whenever that's not running. I wonder if what if there's anything I can do here? There should be. You know what? I got an idea. Boo, 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 boo. Am I blind? Is there not a settings option right here? Okay. I'm just gonna turn down the graphics. Maps, nodes, game, AI. Well, this looks like a job for Google, my friends. UE5 turn down graphics. I know there's a way to do it. I'm just blind and don't know where it is. Unreal Engine 5 early access product detail. That's not what we want. All right, DuckDuckGo, come on. I know you're not the best search engine, but come on, you got to be able to do this for me. Unreal Engine 5, editor, adjust graphics. Come on. How can I get any more freaking specific? All right, Tom Lumen, hook me up. Oh, this is how to detect for somebody playing your game. All right, we're gonna go over to the devil. You remember that issue I had when every movement in this engine was delayed by like 10 seconds? I do not remember that. I apologize. That was a long time ago when you tried to do some Unreal Engine with me. Settings, engine scalability. Settings, engine scalability. This is project settings. Probably need the not project settings. Maybe it's editor preferences. Engine scale. All right. I know there's a way to do this. I've done it in Unreal Engine 4. So it stands to reason that there's got to be a way to do it. Oh, appearance right here. Right in front. Oh, wait, it's already selected. What the hell? No, not dark mode, theme mode, user interface, accessibility. Are you kidding me? Well, this is not boding well. Watch a lunatic ravage around. OBS is set to high already. It's being ran in admin mode, which I think by default sets it to high. We can go to good old-fashioned task manager and double check though. Right click. End task. Goodbye, cruel world. Thought that you right click on it to set the thought you right clicked on this to then go like set priority. Thought that was a thing. Apparently not. So it says scalability. And I don't want to watch a YouTube video on how to do this. I just want like this. I don't want to watch a YouTube video on this. Just tell me how to do it. Oh, this is again on how to do it for somebody else playing your game. Sets, editor. Fine.
Is it 1065? Is some scale.
Skip. Engine scale. Where is this at? This is over on the top. Oh,
Automatically
top right.
Is a one-stop shop.
Oh my
world
god.
Settings. So you need to
Shut up.
change something. Your game.
I've got everything I
mode.
needed from you now. All right. Settings, engine scalability, quality low. Thank you. Low. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Gosh. Play again. Does it crash now? Oh no, look, we're still here. Oh yeah, we fixed it. Oh wait, that didn't launch it in VR. Son of a bitch. Oh yes, it did. Woo! All right, we fixed one problem. Hell yeah. Before problems are supposed to happen, we found a bonus problem and we fixed it. All right.
Okay, welcome back. So hopefully you've had a go
Good
at
shit.
that and try to share your answer to that in the community website, because it is a share rather than something that
No,
happens.
I wasn't sharing anything. We're fighting.
Okay, so let's take a look at our default pawn.
Yeah, it didn't crash
And
anymore.
I'm going to go ahead and take a little look around. So is it, for example, moving the pawn by moving my head? Nope. The pawn's location, transform, rotation is not changing. There's no camera on here either. Okay. But we have got a camera actor. So the pawn must spawn this camera actor as well. And then we've got this camera actor. So is the camera actor moving around? No.
Yeah, the bug that we logged, there was somebody who got like a there was somebody who got a freaking incident report. He's sitting at home watching TV with the wife and children, and then like his phone buzzes and he's like, fucking shit, damn it, this again. And he had to go downstairs, log into his remote work computer, click a button, and then go, man, I'm so glad I don't have to drive back into the office like the old days.
Camera actor's not moving either. Can't tell, but I'm moving the headset at the moment. What's making the noise? What about this scene component? No, because that's the root. Same as the actor. It will have the same position as the actor. What about the camera component? Yep, this is the one. You can see, if I rotate my headset, the rotation values are the ones that are changing the most. X in particular. And if I translate
off
my
of the
headset,
camera actor,
that is translating the location most of all. So notice that
weird.
With these
That's not a part of the
displays,
pawn.
with these headsets, you've got both location and rotation being tracked, both translation and rotation being tracked. Now, in a lot of mobile applications, basically, all you'll have is rotation. Location will not be tracked, and that is one of the things that means desktop VR is so much more immersive. Now, so what's going on here is that basically Unreal is handling all the stereoscopic rendering through the camera component automatically when we preview in VR. And it is automatically taking the sensor input from the head-mounted display and feeding it into the transform of the camera component. So its location is being updated relative to this scene component. And that'll be important that it's relative to this scene component soon when we are going to be doing some actual movement. Okay, but for now, that's enough. We understand how Unreal is tracking our head camera and rendering it back to the device and how it's doing all this.
So that offset is relative to the component. I thought the offset was relative to whatever you had configured as the center of your room. It may be true that it's both. I don't know, but it is for a fact
really
off of the component.
By clicking on
all right, makes sense.
VR. Cool.
What doesn't make sense to me, what doesn't make sense to me is that the camera actor is not a part of the pawn. I would think that you would have the pawn that has a camera attached to it, because that's how it works when you're doing like a first-person shooter or a third-person shooter. Whenever you do every other type of game, that's how it's set up.
Actually previewed something in VR for a change, used that head-mounted display, talked a little bit about
it's been an hour and we've gotten 8 minutes into this course. This is not a good rate.
Don't forget to commit and see you in the next lecture, where we are going to be actually starting to do some sort of movement.
I was thinking this might be a 2-part stream to get through the movement. Now I'm scared.
Hello and welcome. This is the first lecture in which you're not seeing my face, but rather just my screen. And in this lecture,
this is me
going
talking.
to be talking about the following. We're going to be talking about an overview of the syllabus for this section. Sorry, I lied in the last video. I said we get things moving, but that's okay.
Oh,
going
freaking
to
liar!
Take very long, and you're going to get inspiration for this section. We're going to take a sneak peek at the project that we'll make. This is going to be a prototype that I've made, and what you will get from this section, what transformation is going to take place in you as a result of this section. Let's start with the first point, the overview of the syllabus for the section. So here, in a Chrome tab,
whoa, they're using Trello. We got some swim lanes.
The course syllabus, and you can see it's broken down into the sections of the course, and each card is a different item. If you click on a card, you get
laser archery is being built at the end.
Hardware and setup options, and you see the items, some of the item questions. That
I can't stand liars.
Go along. So if you're lucky enough to be in early access, you are going to see these getting checked off, and you can make comments if you log in to Trello. So what are we going to be covering in this section? It's all about movement. So we're going to start off with basic controller input, or WASD input if you're doing it via the keyboard, just like you would do with a normal character, and see where that falls short. We're also going to implement place space movement and have a little look at how that interacts with colliders. It's trickier than you might think. You might think it's just simple. You've got this moving camera. Where can it go wrong? We're going to find out where it goes wrong very, very soon. Then we're going to talk a little bit at a higher level about what physically actually
wonder what these colors are used for.
VR sickness and what kind of ways of tricking the
system. There's green, yellow, blue, and purple.
Ways of tricking the system, or at least circumventing the VR sickness, which is teleportation. It's very, very simple. You've seen it in lots of games.
I hate VR teleporting.
Move there. We're going to start with look to teleport, which is where you move your head-mounted display and look at the location you want to go, and there's some affordance that we need to generate to allow people to see where they go. And we're going to do the same, but with hand controls instead, and we are going to be implementing parabolic curves, very much like they do in the Vive demos for doing this teleportation. And then we will move on to trying to implement blinkers, which is another way of trying to trick your visual system when moving around in a more controller-based way. And we will have a look as a little bonus at using our hand controllers to climb up objects and why that doesn't induce nearly as much VR sickness. And we're going to be doing all of this in the context of, as I said, a architectural visualization. So,
VR control stick to walk is worse?
Here is
Baloney!
So it's not the finished
Put
thing,
them
it
up.
doesn't have all the same things.
Put them up.
Let's
Let's
go. A little
go.
bit different as we go along, but it should give you an idea. Let's go ahead and play. So here we go. I have my headset tracking here. You can see he looks around. Everything works out okay. Now let me just go and grab a controller.
Wait.
Okay, so now
He's got a cool room.
See, hopefully, that there's my controller. Nope, not the one I'm holding.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. There's the controller I'm holding. The tracking's a bit messed up where I'm sitting, but
That
as
looks
I
freaking
move it around,
sweet.
You can see it is pointing this arced curve at different locations, and if I pull the trigger, I end up teleporting to that location. So that's quite cool. But in addition to that, we're able to move around
the
with the
fade out and like it fades.
And if I turn my head around, we're moving in different directions. I can strafe. So this is quite cool. We're in this architectural visualization, and we're able to move around in ways like this. And then at the end of the section, we'll put together a way of climbing
What
up
if
that tree as well.
we make
But
a shooter?
This is a stop, and this is what the prototype is also.
And if you're playing in VR, you get triple life. If we detect that
Okay,
you're
so I'm
using a
going to
VR
escape
headset and control and VR
Okay, so
controllers,
that's
you
the
get
sneak peek
3
at the project.
times the
What are
amount
you
of
gonna get from this
HP.
section? Once you've built the project, gone through that syllabus, why are you doing this? Well, by the end of this, you should be able to very comfortably use and generate different ways of moving in VR. Not only are you going to be able to recreate the methods we've done here, but you'll understand why other methods work and hopefully be able to put them in practice in your own games, as well as have a better understanding of how things like teleportation are built in the Unreal examples. Okay, so without further ado, no challenge for this lecture because it's just an informational one. You can move on to the next lecture. We'll actually get stuck in to making this movement happen.
All right. Better not lie to me again, Sam.
Hello and welcome to the lecture where we're going to get
Visual Studio 2017. Oh wait, let me move over here. Look how old this is. Oh man. Wait, that means I'm getting old, out-of-date information. No!
really rolling this time. So I'm going to go and hit play and show you what we're going to do. By the end of it, you will have this little setup where we have a character set up, and you can use WSAD to move around in the direction that you're looking in. We're going to talk about how to achieve that, but also we're going to talk about why we use a character and what are some of the drawbacks of this approach. So without further ado, let's dive in and get coding. Okay, so let's get started. So the first question we want to answer is, what kind of pawn do we want? Do we want a pawn like it is currently in the
I want to
scene?
be a queen. I don't want to be a pawn.
The kind that can float around anywhere. Or do we want something else? Well, I think that we should be using a character. Why should we be using a character? Because if you use a character, then you're only going to move around on the surfaces and go upstairs quite naturally, which is going to be perfect for an architectural visualization. The other types of pawn don't have that kind of movement built in, whereas with a character, it's just kind of natural. It's more a human-like movement, and that's quite important in VR, that you try and match up with the physical.
Yeah, I gotta do this every time.
You're trying to fool people's brains. So, okay, we are going to use a character. So let's go ahead and generate a C++ character. We're going to do everything in C++, as I have said already, and we're going to recreate.
Oh, now we slow it back down. No, we're about to get started.
We're going to go to add new C++ class, and use it.
All right, so I'm using Unreal 5, so I don't know where anything is. Create. So they didn't add new. Browser. Where is our add new button at? There's a create button up here. This looks like it might be a create button. Empty character? I think we're on to something. What if we put this over the stream for 2 seconds?
A character as the base class.
Character.
And go ahead. And
oh shit, that did not work out. That just put a character into the world. Oh god. Delete that character. Alright, brand new user interface. We can do this. Focus content browser. Oh! It's down here at the bottom. Okay. Alright, add. Oh, sweet. We figured it out. Now we want a character. somewhere down here. Is there a type in? There used to be like a spot you could type in. We're close. BRB from Plant Lady. The layout. Wait. If you right click, right? We can do some 2D stuff. Ring table? Looking for a character. But I don't want it to be blueprints. We specifically wanted to do C++. Alright, I had no idea that being in Unreal Engine 5 was going to cause this much stuff. Difference. Content drawer? Oh, what the hell is this? Oh! You don't have to have it docked. Okay. New C++ class. Okay. All right. So you got to click on the C++ thing. Otherwise, it's going to do blueprints by default. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. We're learning. All right. And then it said to do a character. Is that what they said to do? I think that's what they said to do. Oh, this is a different window. Interesting.
Going to
rewind it
as the base
parent character.
class.
Yep.
And go ahead. And then I'm going to call this my VR character. So, and we can go ahead and generate that class, which can take a little bit of time. So I will.
All right, so I'm going to click the private button, which I think means it's going to make a public version and a private version. No, I click the public button and it'll create a public version and a private version. Which this is me being more complicated than I need to be, but I'm going to do it, damn it. Create class.
Fast forward through the generating step, and you can pause if you want to. Okay, so that finished. Visual Studio is loading up right now with that newly created character class. So what we want to do is implement a basic sort of movement, WASD type movement or a controller type movement that allows you to strafe and go in the direction that you, as a character, are looking in. So first of all, we need to answer the question is, what direction are we actually looking in? Let's find that look direction. So if we go ahead and first of all, we need to have this VR character as our default character in this map. To do that, we need to set up a game mode, and I'm going to do a blueprint game mode.
Oh, what do we got going on here? Successfully added the VR character. However, you must recompile the thing in order for it to appear in the content browser. Failed to generate project files. Oh my god. Error, a conflicting instance of Unreal build tool is already running. What? It didn't crash though. But it sounded like I'm gonna have to... Fuck, I already forgot. What did I say? I had to do something. There was literally just a message telling me I had to do something in order for it to appear. It was like regenerate the files somehow. Maybe it's just rebuild. Let's just rebuild. Hopefully that fixes it. Build, compile. Automation. Oh, that is super cool. Huh. Oh, hey, tools, new C++ class. We didn't see that before. Interesting. I don't even see, there it is. Visual Studio down here. We got this over here. Well, let's just recompile. Save it, build it. You have ReSharper 2021.3 installed. Yeah, but I don't think it's actually working. All right, so it's building. All right, finished. Does give us access to our character. Give us access to our character. There it is. Sweet.
Because later on we'll have game back this VR character as our default character in this map. To do that, we need to set up a game mode, and I'm going to do a blueprint game mode because later on we'll have a derived class from the VR character, and so it'll be easy to do references this way. So let's go to blueprints, go to the project settings, game mode, and we can go ahead and click create, and we're going to base this off of game mode base. So, and I'm going to call this the VR game mode, like so. Put it in the root of the content folder and click OK. Now we've got a very, very simple game mode in our editor. We can go over to the details pane.
It apparently didn't save its name. Fine. VR game mode. Okay, cool.
And we can change, my mouse behaves itself, the default pawn class to be our VR character. And I can save it, compile it, and close it. Go ahead and play. And you can see that can't really see very much at the moment. Let me just move my headset. Actually, to do that, I'm going to have to stop playing and preview this in VR instead. So you can see my headset is looking down. If I pick it up, it is looking around, so everything is working as we would expect it to there. So let's go over to the Architecture Explorer editor and see what we've got in our scene.
Oh, we're a lot higher.
Yep, we've got ourselves a VR character. And at the moment, we don't have a camera. The camera is still on this camera actor. So for simplicity, rather than trying to get hold of that camera actor, I'm going to set up a character component, a camera component on...
Rewind. Oh, yeah, so he definitely sees a VR character specifically. Not seeing that. All right, well, we'll stop running that. Go back to the VR game mode. VR game mode, we've got VR character as the default pawn. That's set up correctly. That was compiled, saved. Okay. And build. Sure, build. Yeah, you can have access. Do whatever you want to do. Do your worst. Okay, and then I guess the last thing to check is to make sure that the we gotta check the world setting. That's what's up. The world setting isn't on the correct game mode. Game mode override. We gotta set it to VR game mode. There we go. That's what the problem was. Now whenever we compile it, I don't even know that we need to compile it. Let's just query that up. We're here. VR character. Boom! Figured it out. Hell yeah! Thanks for the lurk, man. Every time he says pawn, I hear a different word. What do you hear? Yawn? Gone? Song? Now I'm gonna have to pay attention.
Our VR character, so we can follow along by doing this with me. So I'm going to go and open up our VR character.
Where the hell is my character located? Redeemed hydrate. Ah! Ah! Is that what you wanted? Was that good for you?
Should be somewhere in our solution. There we go.
Yeah, what the hell? Why am I not seeing it? I'm not seeing our VR character. What The hell? That was named VR character, right? Man, this is why Unreal Engine 5 isn't ready for production. Good God. Public VR character. No public. Is it in the engine? There's no way, right? Fuck. I hope it's not in there. That'd be nasty. Game. The game. Source. There should be a public folder. Wow. All right, I got a bug report. You stole my file. Show and explore. Where is this located? Where Stream Builds VR? Public. Oh, it's Visual Studio being a bastard. Refresh. Build. Visual Studio likes to lose files. This is a known phenomenon. We're just gonna close Visual Studio. We'll pretend this isn't happening. Oh no, more hydrates! Out of the fluids! I like the Gluck Gluck 3000. I saw him empty the cup. Time to redeem one more. There's your sippy sip. Yeah, but so I don't think it's actually gonna even work even hitting the refresh button. Oh hey, right there. I think I'm gonna have to manually add the folder because Visual Studio is turd buckets. I don't know why I don't just use VS Code. That's a better product. Cheese stick. Yeah, so you're still not here? And yeah, you can right click on solution. Do like a refresh solution somewhere in here. But what I'm gonna have to do add existing item. Where did that go? It's still not here. I got shot! Above the solution. Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, it still didn't work. Now we got it over here as a solution item, which is absolutely not what we want. All because Visual Studio didn't create the public... Because Visual Studio didn't create that folder. Wigging out. I did not have this issue. Oh my god. Come on, game. Come on. Come on, Visual Studio. Why is there another Solution Explorer open? I don't know how you managed to do that. Remove. So this doesn't even delete it, if I remember right. I hope this doesn't delete it. I think this just removes it from Visual Studio tracking it. Remove this. Yes, yes. Remove that. We need to add a new filter. Existing item. Maybe I can just click on the what the what? Maybe we can add this public folder here. He hates us. Oh god, he's shooting me again. Fine. Click the solution. And then click the refresh. Still isn't here. Still isn't there. I don't know why that last shot didn't fire. That shot should have fired. Where's the isn't there a refresh here in this section when I right click on this? Add. Maybe it's new filter. It's got a folder on it. No. All right. Yep. That was a trap. Not a new item. We'll get there eventually. Existing item. What? Unreal projects. Boom, 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 boom. I want both of these. Can I get both of these? Gonna add these as fucking solution files. I know it. Oh yeah, it refused to do it. Yo, Shinny, lurking on the YouTube side. Happy stream, bud. Yeah, thanks, man, Bruce. Appreciate you. How have you been? How have you been? Misfire. And look at those terabytes of research. Oh, yeah. Why is this not working? Why is this being such a pain? Back when I did this in Visual Studio 4, there was no problems. Or Visual Studio 4. Unreal Engine 4. All right, I got an idea. What if we just close this out entirely? Don't save those. Just get rid of that. Get the hell out of here. It's not closing. Trying. All right, and now we go to the folder for it. And projects, stream. I think you can do like generate Visual Studio files. Yes. This will regenerate Visual Studio. Can't believe it takes this long to add a directory. I know! This is not Unreal Engine's fault. This is Visual Studio's fault. But this is ridiculous, I agree. I hear Savvy crying like crazy. Oh no. I hope you're enjoying the wonderful cheese eating. Huzzah! We did it. We just had to delete the project and let Unreal Engine remake the project. Easy. Is Visual Studio bad at work? No. Visual Studio works fantastic when using C# or their new brainchild. What is their new brainchild? It's not C#. .NET Core. There we go. Works great with .NET Core as well. But Visual Studio does not work very well with super big projects, and it absolutely hates C++. So we got a super huge project that's C++, and it just throws a fit. Right now, it's refusing to move. I'm trying to drag it around. It's thinking. See, we got a little spinning coil there for a second. Yeah. Oh no, maybe. Well, that was exciting. Back to your regularly scheduled program. I got to rewind because I forgot what the hell we're doing.
In our solution. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Character, and I'm going to go to the header file first, where you can see a very lovely, normally set up header file.
Ah, it's bright
mode. Go ahead and create ourselves a private section where we can store a reference to our camera, which is going to be a U camera component. Now, if you didn't know that that's what it is, here's a very handy thing for you to do. Head on over to the unrealengine.com website.
I doubt it's actually called U camera component.
Then
because I'm getting there on that.
The resources and documentation section, and then you can search for things in here.
Anyways, back to lurking.
But the important thing.
Old Visual Studio was really well, yeah. Like back whenever that was all it had, I'm sure it was relatively good for it. All right, let's go to the Unreal docs because we're gonna have to check for this. U camera, because I think they renamed it component. But here's the thing that I really hate. Oh, nope, it's still here. If they rename it, they actually don't tell you what was the last version the last engine that used it. They don't tell you that. Something, I think it was the camera component. Maybe it was something else I ran into where it did not exist in the most up-to-date version, but it was in the version that they used. So this actually might be it. Hold up, let me check. U camera shake component, because I think this is the new updated one. Yeah, I think this is what I'm supposed to use. I don't think U camera component actually exists anymore. We'll find out though.
Is if we search, so I'm going to search for, let's go back a page to show you the whole process. If we go and search for camera component, it'll be very helpful. And you're particularly interested in C++ APIs, you can select that part of the API, and you can go and have a look for things like U camera component. Seems useful. So that seems to be the one that we would be looking for. So we could go ahead with that, and I could refine the search to be U camera component instead. Search for this. And there we go. We've got the documentation.
The 5 documentation doesn't seem to have it on there at all.
I'm going to forward declare it in my header file. It's going to be class.
All right, we're gonna try it.
Asterisk, and then I'm just going to call this reference.
Because I might just not have the import done.
I'll call it camera. Now, in newer versions of Unreal, you're also going to have to add the U property visible anywhere above your camera property. The reason for this is that otherwise the camera component will not show up for you and the details will not show up. Otherwise, if you want to be able to view the details and paradoxically even edit them, you need to put visible anywhere. This is saying that the contents of the pointer is visible and editable, but you cannot actually change the pointer. So then I'm going to go. So
Visual Studio is wonky. Look at this. It's just mad at me. It's always mad. It's like, this is all wrong. Oh, well, at least it updated to saying this is wrong, which is supported by me thinking it's not. I don't think this is real. Let me actually try to see if we grab the U camera component. It says that there's a header that we can actually just import. Put it on all. See what the header is, and if this doesn't work whenever we import this, then it just doesn't work. Header, camera component. Yeah, I'm suspecting this doesn't exist. It is really crazy how all the pain's gone after you passed it. Well, I mean, it's what was causing you pain, so it makes sense that if the source of the pain is gone, that the pain would be gone, right? Why are you squiggly? Why are you squiggly? And we'll work through it. Like I said, I think it might be the camera shake component, but we'll figure it out. Is there a discussion on this? Nothing works VR. Visible in World Outliner. We'll keep it running.
The pointer. So then I'm going to go over to the C++ file. I do that very quickly in Visual Studio by doing Control-A, Control-O, by the way. And we want to create a default sub-object. So how do we do that?
It blows my mind. I'm still not well, but that's mainly a lack of sleep, soreness, and constipation. The kidney pain itself has pretty much vanished. Yeah, I mean, like, you had a rock inside of you, and you shouldn't have rocks inside of you.
Camera. Create default sub-object. And it
I get it though. You're just like, it was so terrible, and then now it's just gone.
Component. We may need to include things for this to work properly, and then in here we can give it an F name. So I can use the text macro to do this, or I could do an F name type. So I'm going to just call it something very simple and finish off like so. And then I want to attach this to something. So attaching it, I do camera arrow and then set up. This won't let me do
Hear that
the
you're
arrow,
better.
actually.
Rest
And the
when you
reason
can,
for
yeah.
that is we don't have the correct include. So we can look
Be
at the
resting
documentation.
probably
So how
pretty
do we have? I can
soon.
go to the bottom, find the correct include. Looks like it's going to be it's going to be camera / camera component.
Hey, look, I was doing
and
that.
I can hash include camera
I did it in the
component,
header
like
file
so.
instead of this file.
And then
I
we
moved
should
it
be
into
able
here
to
already,
get
though.
Autocomplete, or you could just look in the documentation here. But you would have to go up a few levels to the
Looking for setup attachment.
parents and so on and so forth. So, for example, you might go to the scene component, because I know scene components.
Watching a
contains that
Doran's Big
attachment,
Butts deck.
and we
Then
can
Betty
look for
Bye.
setup attachment, the one we're looking for, which gives you.
I told you that's what he was looking
scene
for.
component parent, and optionally, I think if you click on it, it's optional. You've got this in socket name. Okay, so we can set up the attachment, and the parent is going to be get root component. So we'll just attach it directly to our root component and go ahead and build that and see whether we've got our camera component set up. Okay, when your build is done, you may need to pause, pop back over to our editor, play, and let's have a look at what we've got in our world outliner. So if I look at my VR character here, then you can see, sure enough, we have got this camera inherited component.
All right, cool.
Which is
Let's
moving
double check that
around.
we got that. The sound effect that we heard meant that it finished building. So over here, VR preview, hit play. Mouse back. VR character, click on the VR character. Details. We're on world view. Down, and we got a camera. So sweet. Everything's working just fine. After we spent like 20 minutes trying to make a folder. Man, that was...
Very much like my headset, which is great, which means that it is going to be as simple as, or getting hold of our looking direction is going to be as simple as doing basically a camera get forward vector. The forward vector of this camera component, which will be...
I don't think we want to do that in the constructor. We want to do that whenever we're moving.
In a character, in order to move the character, there is a function that you need to know of. Of course, you could find it out for yourself by going to the documentation, as I have already indicated, and doing yourself a little search.
We're gonna move the camera. Oh yeah, for
So
some
let's
reason. Well, now we're on a
for
character. So I
character,
was
a character.
noticing it was interesting that initially we weren't on a character, but now we are.
So, and we can go and have a look at the A character. And what
Definitely
we're
seems
trying to
strange to me
do
that
is
Unreal
look for
Engine's default,
movement, or I don't know what else you might
default
call it,
VR
but
thing
movement's what I'm going to go for.
just has
If you go and have a look
has you as a
and
camera.
evaluate some
You're
of
not
these
a
options
player
that we have
character. You're
available
not
to
a
you,
character in any way. You're a
you might
camera,
go
and
find.
that seems weird, but
Well, you might not find actually.
that's why we're not using
you
that.
might have to look a level higher as well. It might not be on the character.
Yeah, it's gonna be on
does
pawn.
it in a particular way.
Yep.
The pawn also has movement, remember? So what could you do with movement? Well, you could add movement input. That is the way that
Because
both
everything that
characters
can
and
move is a
pawns
pawn. So
deal with
cars are
movement. You add in a
pawns.
vector, which
bullets are
indicates
pawns.
the direction that you would like this thing, pawn, to move. So now it's about setting up that character movement.
Oh,
putting all
it now
these
says
moving parts
deprecated
together, and that's going to
functions.
be your
Nice.
challenge, because I believe that with a little bit of reading or revising, you probably already know this if you're taking this course and you've met the
Oh, no.
prerequisites. So find the controller
Oh, no.
movement. So I want you to revise how to create axis bindings. You've probably done these before if you've done any kind of
Oh,
character
no.
setup in C++ before.
Our first challenge.
Create a binding that will add movement input with the correct vector. So what will your vector be in there? Think about the camera and the look vector that we've been talking about, and test it out. So pause the video and have a go at this slightly tricky, but not too hard challenge.
All right, let's try it. I'm excited. We got something to do now. All right, so we want to create a movement. Well, right now, we got an input component. Interesting. And functionality to input. I did not think we would have this. What is in here? Well, that was anticlimactic. This already has an input component on it, which is something I was wanting to do later. Oh, this might be being injected, actually. Yeah, this is being injected, so we don't really have one. I don't believe. I want to see what stuff do we get in here. Add binding action. Oh, this is what they were saying to do. Okay, I thought that we'd have to do this in the editor. The way that I've done this before is in the actual editor itself. Here it is. You can go into the project settings, I believe. And from here, I saw that there was a message that came in. Believe it was input output right here, and then I create the action mapping bindings here. Bind actions, yeah. And so whenever you create stuff in here, you can then call it from over there. Need to get the booster number 25 coming up. I've been messing with my tummy since Friday. See, I just recently got it, so I don't need to go get that. Not yet, I would imagine. I would assume the cadence is 3 to 6 months. But I don't know. All right, well, I'm curious to try to figure it out this way. More so than I am to go the other way. What do we got over here? Revise how to create access bind. Oh, no. Don't do that. Create a binding that will add movement input. The add movement input is going to be off of the player component, question mark? Why is my autocomplete not working? Can't work under these conditions. It's not on that. That I'm a little hesitant on. Oh man, being down a monitor is super weird. Double clicking on this runs us straight into here. Oh, because we don't have a blueprint. We don't have a blueprint based off of this character yet. Ooh, okay, all right. It'd be really nice if we could use just this input component. Okay, so move forward. I think that's gonna be how this works. So I think what you do, if I remember right, we go action, no, axis mapping. And we open this up, and the binding is going to be off gamepad, left, thumbstick, Y axis. And then we make a right, and this is going to be gamepad, X axis. So I believe that's how that's done. And I don't think we need to save this. I think they're saved automatically. Every 6 months? Alright. Big bump that's spreading? Well, I don't think you should be doing that. That sounds like a problem. Alright, so we got those two added. This isn't being registered, but that doesn't surprise me. We're gonna go to the documentation page, as it suggested. .0. We're gonna search for what's the name of it? Add action binding. see how this works. This does not give us helpful hints. I was hoping to see. Man, I am not a fan of reading documentation, and I believe that they've got some of the best. But they're making me into a liar right here. I think this is right where we just came from. Sure is. Yeah, these are not going to be useful. Yeah, that really doesn't sound good. I agree with Alan. I don't think that should be. I don't think that should be working like that. Oh wait, this is action. It has to do an action. I did an axes. Oh, it says axes binding. Okay. I just. Oh wait. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Oh nope, there is only action binding. Hold simple move right. That makes sense. I almost wouldn't expect it to. So this is not right. And then what you would want to do is like want to do something like move forward. Oh no. It's gonna be AVR character : move forward, and then we do something like void AVR. We just copy this. I'm not typing this out. Copy that. Move forward. And so what's happening here? Then we go. I believe it's float, and we'll just call it value. What we're doing here is we're mapping this to be called off of this. So like whenever this gets called, we then call this method over here, and then we want to do the camera get forward vector, and we want to multiply that times the input value. But what are we gonna do with that? Do add a force to the character, I think. This move. Ooh, oh, hold up. Oh no, that's calling this method. That's recursive. I was about to put in a loop and cause the game to crash. Start real pronounced, and then it goes down further out. Yeah, it's a little weird. Really like to be able to accomplish the first challenge. C++ action binding. It says bind action. Bind action. Oh. there bind axis? There is a bind axis. The F name is the axis name. Indicate that the input component is interested in knowing the axis value via get axis value, but does not want a delegate function called each frame. A reference is only guaranteed to be valid until another axis is bound. That's what it's saying to do? I'm suspicious. I'm not so sure that that's what we need to do. Then I think like we gotta, oh yeah, once we hit colon, then we can see the rest. So we're gonna combine it to this, and then this is where we want this. All right. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Been a long time. It's a rock and roll. It's been a long time since I've done this. I think this is what we want. Then we got to go over to the header file. Oh. Okay, I don't remember the shortcut to go back to the header file. And then in here, we need to create those two methods. This can be public, I believe, because they're going to be called from outwhere. Maybe they're private. I don't know. Let's say they're private, because I don't want random other things to be able to make my character move. All right, and so this is just going to be virtual void move forward, taking in a float value, and then virtual void move right, taking in a float value. And that should now satisfy these things. Oh, whoops. Okay. Why are you mad? Okay, now we need to actually make the character move. Not sure how we do that. Was there a hint? The page? Create a binding that will add movement input. Add movement input is the hint. Ooh, okay. Correction. Scale and 4. Okay, all right. There's the hint. Boom and boom. What? How did my keyboard type through that? What is going on? All right, value. Yes. Direction. So the move right's not correct. How do we make, if we've got a forward vector, how do we turn it to the right? That's the question. On a funny note, the guy at the Chinese drive-thru hit on me. Ooh. Bet he's jailbait. Wait, what? That is pretty funny, though. Okay, so how do we get the forward? If we're facing forward, we need to face to the right. It's 90 degrees to the right. How do we do that? I don't know what the vector is. It's the forward X unit direction. Right vector. Okay, it's sweet. Sometimes programming is easy. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work, But this is my answer. This is my submitted solution to the proposed question. How do we do it? So we player input, we bind it here. We're binding whatever we typed as move forward and move right. That is, oh, let's put this up there. That is story of a girl at a river and drowned the whole world. All right, so that's gonna be the answer. All right, that hooks up to this. Move forward, move right. On this axis mapping, we're then going to bind to the axis with that name to this object, and it will call this method whenever it is hit. So it's gonna pass the value into here, and I think this is gonna work. Let's try it. That's all we got left to do is try it, right? So jump over to here. We're gonna play. Rollers. Controllers. Controllers. All right, well, I tried. Let's see what the answer is. I did my best. It didn't work. My best was not good enough. All right, let's see what it is. What do you got for me, Sam? What do you got for me? Stop this. Pull this up. Yeah. Yes, wasted. That was a good use. It was too real. It's too real. All right. Where is it at? Let's watch for a brief moment. Maybe we'll pause it and try to figure it out.
Challenge. Let me know. And don't worry if you didn't actually complete it.
Don't worry if we didn't complete it. See, don't worry. It's all a part of this.
And depending on
so, oh wait. Hold up. I don't want to see any more. Hold up. I want to try one more. So these are happening down here in this. When is this being called? Is this even being called? Set player input. Player input's not being called. All right, hold up. Hold the bind functionality input. Hold up. Oh my God. What if we what do we do that? Oh, we don't have an input component. Oh, all right. We're gonna scrap this idea. We're gonna take. Let me just take this. Put it up here. We need an input component. All right, whatever. Let's watch the video.
Level of confidence, you may or may not have struggled with that. Okay, so we've got our camera component set up, and
oh, it is going down there.
Probably have found out in your revision that we want to use the setup player input component. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to player.
A few moments later.
Input component. This thing.
Hey, we got this far. We got this far.
Setup player input component. I'm just going to copy and paste it because typing is a ache. Now, in newer versions of Unreal, you will also need to #include components /input component.
Kidding me. Was that it? Work now. Damn it. Maybe I'm outside of the VR space. Yeah, we'll go with that.
In order to get the arrow autocomplete
you got this far.
And for compilation to work, wasn't true at the time of recording the video, but it is now. So we're going to bind axis. That is what we want to do. And
I did this.
The name of the axis is something to put in here, so I am going to call this. Is my axis name going to be? I'm going to call it forward as one of the axes.
Sure, you call it whatever you want to call it. I named mine move forward.
And then what are we going to bind to? Well, we're going to bind to this, and we're going to bind to a function which I have not created yet. So let's go to the header file.
Sweet.
And create our.
Where did I go wrong?
Functions for binding to, and I'm actually going to create it.
His public,
no,
mine's private.
To do this, I'm going to create a new.
Oh, he made a new private one. All right, so they're both private. Okay, cool.
Separate from these private components. So it's going to be void, and it is going to be move forward. I'm going to call it.
Interesting.
And it's going to take a float because we know axes take these continuous values. And the float is going to be...
I just called it value.
I think I'll just call it the throttle.
Speed it up.
Okay. And we can go ahead and make a
You
copy
can
of
name
this
these
to
whatever
a
you want,
move
so this
right
doesn't
at the same
matter.
time while we're doing this. Both at the same time. Let's go to C++. We will copy those in and...
Oh, I put virtual in front.
Do for C++ files, moving those semicolons, adding the class : in front.
Maybe my virtuals are fucking it up.
Hey, now we've got these move forward, we can actually bind a reference to it. So reference the ampersand character, then the move forward function, fully qualified.
Oh, no, I don't have a virtual there. Okay,
nope. And I'm going to create another axis called right. And funnily enough, it's going to bind to the move right function.
Dang, he did that.
So that's the binding taken care of. But what about... how is this binding even set up? Well, for that, we have to go to our project settings. So we go to the editor, settings, project settings, and then we look for the place where it says input in our left pane.
Rams are beating the Cardinals on Monday Night Football.
And then we create a couple of new axes, one which we call forward, one which we call right.
We did this? Okay, my guess is that my controller isn't registering.
So W key is going to be...
oh, he wants... oh my god, he wants... all right. That's right. That's right. We weren't supposed to do it with the VR controllers. All right. Holding out. I'm holding out hope. All right. We can't see any further. I'm holding out hope. Input. Where you at? Boom. I'm gonna change you to the W key. Change you to the D key. Oh, there's a lot of D keys. All right. All right. Build. No, I don't want to build. I want to just compile. Building takes forever. Well, I guess building the lights takes forever. Whatever. Control Shift S. We haven't saved it all. Control B. Ah, oh, damn it. That's not working either. All right, fine. Whatever. Continue on with the video man.
S, E, wherever that may be, down here, it seems, is going to be -1. So, and right similarly. So D key is going to be the right axis, going to be positive, and then we can add another key for the A key. Go on down, find the A key, and that is going to be -1. Okay, so that is our settings done. Close that down. That's going to bind to the correct place now via this character string reference. I don't like character string reference. But we can finally add some movement. So we're going to do an add movement input. What's this vector going to be? Well, it's going to be basically the forward vector of our camera, right? Multiplied by the throttle. So we're going to have a throttle multiplied by camera, arrow, get forward vector.
Oh.
Which I believe is in world space coordinates. Okay, so we've got that.
Oh. Did I misread this? The world direction. So the first one's the direction, and then the next one is the value. Maybe we needed the force to be true. Let's see. Keep it going.
And it's going to be ridiculously similar for move right, because with move right, instead of getting a forward vector, you may have guessed it, we can get the right vector. Can't get the left vector, but you can get the right vector. And
getting it off the camera. Yeah, we're getting it off the camera.
So we can go ahead and build this and see if we're now able to move this character around in VR. Now let's go in there.
Fingers crossed. Don't work. Don't work for him.
And my WASAD.
Damn it! It works for him. All right. Why is it not working for me?
Going in the direction of my head. Prove it to you. I'll just move around, move in different directions. Sure enough, that seems to be working. Now, I would like you to test this out for a little bit. Move around in the space and see how you're feeling after a while. But hopefully, it won't take too long. Go in there. Head right, because...
Does that work, but not mine. Ah, shit. Alright, so we'll do that. This is right vector method, and then multiply. Oop, lost the arrow key. There were build errors. Why are you, what?
With move right, instead of getting a forward vector, you may have guessed it, we can get the right vector.
Oh, duh. Get right vector. Okay. So this is what they used. Maybe it just didn't build because I didn't build the code. Well, you're the only one, plant lady. All right. This is building question mark? Did it already build? I didn't hear the sound effect. Not building. Mad about here. Oh! That's what I was missing the whole time. Was the ampersand signs. I didn't need to change this. I needed to change that. Oh my god. Alright, so this is gonna work now. So yeah, the code didn't get updated is what the problem was. So we're gonna hit play. This pops up. Yeah, WASD, it's working now. Alright, now, out of stubbornness, I'm going to go back to what I had and see if it still works. Which was just replacing this with a semicolon and replacing that with a semicolon. And this was get forward vector dot. And now I'll change this to the right vector because I didn't know that was an option. But I want to see if this works. And then we got to build it. Yeah, it was just I missed these. I missed these damn ampersands. So, that's annoying. All right, now we hit play and it's gonna work, right? Yeah, it works. Sweet. So I had it set up correctly. I just forgot that ampersand sign, which makes sense because this is asking for the address of what to run, and the ampersand means address. So it's like, hey, we're going to go over here and do this stuff. It's kind of like a pointer, but not a pointer. It's a little weird. But sure, we'll go with the get right vector and just double check. We'll build it out of paranoia. But yep, that should be it.
Can't get the left vector, but you can
We'll let this guy run.
It's just the negative with the right vector. But
and
so go ahead and build this and
that's
see if we can
done.
move
Play.
this around in VR. Now let's
Yep.
go in there.
Looks good.
Play.
So I can't move my mouse. Like I'm moving my mouse, it's not doing anything.
These are working. We're going in the direction of
Spin
my
the head.
Prove it to you. I'll just move around, move different directions. Sure enough, that seems to be working.
Woo!
Now, I would like you to test this out for a little bit, move around in the space, and see how you're feeling after a while. But hopefully, it won't take too long to realize that there are some drawbacks to this controller-type movement in VR, and that is that you're going to feel pretty not so well quite soon. And this is especially apparent if you actually import this into a map that has more
it was
going
actually
on
telling
architecturally,
me.
more
So
going
I was
on
trying
in
to
the
build
head,
it
so
from
you
this
give that
screen,
shot
and we
to
can't
the
see
as well.
anything on this
We're going
screen,
to
right?
talk a
Because
little
we're
bit more
not
about
in the
that soon
code.
in the next lecture.
But as soon as I went to build it over here, it gave me the errors, and the top error literally told me what was wrong. It said we need an ampersand right here, and so like that's something that's really nice about programming now with an IDE and everything versus programming like 20 years ago when you were trying to do it, because this thing told me what was wrong. It literally said it down here, and it basically couldn't be any clear. There was somehow it had 5 errors, but it was like first error, there's not an ampersand sign here. Second error, we don't know what in the hell you're telling us. I'm like, we don't have an ampersand. Don't know what this is. What if I put an ampersand there? It works. So that was nice. Man, it's nice. Gosh, all right. On to the next. I'm gonna say.
Hello and welcome.
Say that was a pass in heart. Okay, I almost got it right. I barely missed it. I'm gonna call that. I succeeded in my
In
heart.
this lecture, it's going to be exciting because we're importing some cool-looking assets. So if I go ahead and play this game in VR now and pick up my headset, here's my headset, I can move around using our movement mechanics that we have put together in the previous lecture and look around my architectural simulation. We're going to figure out where to find these values, where we're going to find these assets, and how we're going to import them, and we are going to be figuring out that there's actually still a problem with our movement when moving around in this environment. It's a problem with the implementation rather than just the VR signals. So let's dive in and find out what that is.
He said there's a problem with the way we did it.
We're able to move around, but this is an architectural visualization, and so far I see no architecture. So let's go about getting ourselves a more beautiful environment. Now, obviously, if you're into architectural visualization and have models to do this already, you aren't going to need to get hold of the setup that I'm going to get. But if you don't have such an environment set up already, then we can go and get some assets from Unreal. This isn't about creating architectural environments. That is really the topic of a completely different course. But for VR, we can have a look at moving around those environments. So I am going to go over to the Epic Games launcher,
which is where I'm at now. I'm just ahead of them. They need to go to the library.
I would like to point out that there's loads of really cool assets, apart from the marketplace, which is an obvious place to find good assets. You may not find already set up environments. There are some already set up environments, but obviously they're going to cost you money. You can go down that route if you want to get something unique and different, and I do advise that you try doing different things. After all, that is the third tier of that pyramid of engagement. But
all right.
If we go into the Learn section, there we're going to have lots of free assets that come from Epic directly. So they're very good quality assets. So you can go on, scroll down, you can see these engine feature examples. That's what I'm talking about. All of these are great for existing models, rigging, and external environments.
I haven't messed with the Learn section.
Scroll on down, try and look for something that you would like to use as an environment.
Open world demos?
You can choose something different to me, but I know what I'm going to go for already. For example,
stylized rendering
reflections or the realistic rendering set. They're both good ways of possibly good things to walk around. Or the Sun Temple, or the Elemental demo, all actually good things. Maybe even this particle effects cave. But I'm going to go for this blueprints one because I think that's a pretty good match for the architectural visualization kind of setup. Looks like an architectural visualization, maybe for a big building rather than for just your house, but it certainly is pretty cool. So do go ahead and download something now. Pause the video. This isn't a challenge, but go ahead and download some assets that you are going to.
All right, so do we use the one that he's using? Which I think I own. I think it's no, I don't have it set up. So we could use the one that he's using, or we could use something else. We got this office scene, and it's just a tiny little office scene. I don't remember downloading this. What the hell? I download a lot of things. So we go get it. We can go into an office. That doesn't sound very good. That's pretty tiny. Sounds pretty cramped. What else do I have currently already downloaded? It's library. You're looking at environments. That's what we're looking for. So environments. Got an abandoned factory. That's something I was wanting to use on the other one. An alchemy. That could have some cool things for us to interact with. City of Brass. This looks like a pretty nice looking one. Maybe we can make it to where we can climb the vine somehow. I don't like how I hit back and it takes me to there instead of to here. Hills, Dream, Nature Meadow. So for the, if we try to use this as like an I Spy one, then the cartoony place I think makes the most sense. Edith Finch. I believe that's a game. Edith, I guess, not Edith. Edith. I think that's actually like a game that they gave the assets to. Underground Sci-Fi, that's pretty sweet. Watermill sounds pretty cool. Underground Subway sounds pretty cool. Spaceship Interior Environment. Modular Sci-Fi section. There's a lot of pretty neat ones in here. Yeah, out of these that are standing out to me, I'm gonna check out the Edith Finch ones, whatever those are. Oh, we got a few of those. We got 3 of those. And I'm gonna check out the Dreamscape one. This row, basically, these four ones are the ones I'm interested in. The last time we did a programming stream, which was a while ago, I think we used the Underground Sci-Fi room, and that place was awesome. Maybe we just do that again. All right, Dreamscape, what do you look like? All Saffron Olive lose to magnetic theft. Not familiar with what that is. We're trying to pick a world right now for our environment. Pretty neat looking one. pretty empty, I think. But this is the kind of scene that I think would look pretty good for the VR. Like this type of art style and everything. What the hell is this box? Something crashing in the background. Right. Beach wedding. Be a pretty nice little I Spy thing. It's a little small. Kind of gloomy though, you know? Like this world doesn't look pretty. This isn't something that I'd be like excited to jump into. That place was confusing. Which place was confusing? Essentially R. Equip target creature with an equipment. I know there's a bunch of white ones that do that. Are there any places that look like a nice house? Like some siege maps? Maybe. I think we'll have to go... This one, I was thinking... I mean, that was a house. I wouldn't know that that was necessarily a nice one. Do we have any nice build? Fantasy Cave. So, the one... I don't know that it would be... I could kind of see it being a siege map. So keep in mind, we're only looking at the ones that I already have access to. What you're asking for reminds me of... Oh, yeah, I think this one kind of looks neat. Like a VR thing. We got like water, we got a cliff, a building to climb. Kind of makes me think of this one. What you're saying, a siege map? Because this is the one that we used the last stream. And like there's a lot of like nooks and crannies in here. These are all the individual assets, but like the starting map that they give you is really all that I'm interested in. But like see this I think could be like a siege map. And I do think this one looks pretty sweet. I'd be down for this one. This is the one you want to do. Place from last time. Speed as well. Oh, this one? Yeah, alright. Yeah, so Hammer Time is a magic deck right now that is just all about that. Colossal Hammer is a 1 mana artifact that gives equip creature +10/+10 and they lose flying, but it costs like 8 to equip or something like that. And there's Sigarda's Aid is like 1 white enchantment that says all artifacts get to equip as they enter. And then you also have Pure Steel Paladin, which says if you've got 3 or more artifacts, then you can equip for free. So they have 8 different ways to just equip for free. It's pretty bonkers. Yo, K-Wiz, do you think Tian will accept this project late? Yes, I do. If I know anything about Tian, he'll accept anything if so long as it makes it to his desk ever. He doesn't care. He might have retired teaching. He'll go back and update my grade if I hand him this. Yeah, I hadn't heard of magnetic theft before. I was just saying it reminded me of that stuff. So you're telling me there's more effects like that and they're just red. That's funny. How you doing? K-Wiz, how you doing? Thanks for swinging by tonight. How long have you been watching me fumble around? But yeah, we can also look at some other free ones and pick up something. I just was wanting to grab something and get on moving. But if we look at, not newest first, I want to look at, environments. Environment's not a keyword? What the hell? What is, let's look at stylized. Ooh. Oh, you get some pretty cool looking stuff when you go to look at stylized. There's already enemies for that? Oh, if we go with City of Brass, apparently I've downloaded a bunch of stuff that I didn't remember downloading. So every month they give out free stuff, and when they give out free stuff, I get it, because like that's what you do, right? Like right now, this month, what are they giving out free? See, I already grabbed all this stuff. This stuff's free this month. I went ahead and grabbed it. Apparently at some point I grabbed a bunch of stylized stuff. Free. Epic Games content only. Only show me stuff from the masters. Environment. Environment. I think that's how that's spelled. Oh, it is a keyword. No content found. Boo. Go free again. We'll just not put that tag on the environment. Go. Then that doesn't make any sense. Pluralize? Okay, it just needed to be pluraled. Okay. I'm playing Satisfactory, but I'm an alien slaying mech. Is hammer time? Yep. That's kind of neat. That's pretty cool. Easy building system that's free. Hey, we can get Valheim going. Valheim time, Valheim time. Don't you want to play some Valheim? Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. Only 20 per page is not very many. Looking at the environment, I was wanting to see like pre-made worlds. These are not pre-made worlds. These are like, some of them are. But a lot of them are like, hey, here's some stuff to go build your own world. I don't want to build my own world. Yeah, let's just use that first one that we used from before. That we used the last time we did this. I think it looks pretty good. And we can do that. I love Valheim. They've got some new updates to that game too. So there's definitely new stuff to it. All right, where is that at? I believe it was this one. Add a project, drop down, remove local content. No, add a project. No. Maybe it's because it's not been saved yet. Hold up. All right, let's save this real quick. That. See, it's listed as untiled. So. Save all. The map save level as D level. That's just a level though. The whole project should still be available. So sometimes they don't support. It's pretty annoying. Like, so it looks like it's not supporting being added to the 5.0 projects because none of the 5.0s are showing up here. It's kind of lame. You definitely can do it. What you gotta do is let's see. Do we see it up here? There's Frank. Where is what do we call this? We named this something like Stream Builds. Yeah, Stream Builds VR. So maybe we can do this. Hey, there's the other one from Streamplay. So I think that what we have to do is we have to show this one in folder, and then go over to the content. Underground Sci-Fi. I think I just grabbed this whole map. I think I just grabbed this whole folder right here. So yeah, right click, copy, because I don't trust the Control C. Copy. And then I believe from here we just go the UE5 project. Yeah, FML. Studio Visual Studio Unreal Projects. VR. Where was that dropped? Was that dropped? No, it was in content. I'm gonna put it in here. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Just throwing like 5 gigs over. What is this? Hey, Pro Donut, how you doing? Right now, what I'm doing is I'm following along with a game dev TV course for Unreal Engine 4 VR, and I'm trying to do it in 5. So like we're following along and messing around with it. I'm not super familiar with C++. I use C# quite a bit. I've been programming for like 5 years, so like the hiccups that come from the editor being different and the guide being a little out of date, I'm just plowing through. And right now what we're doing is we're trying to pick a map. And I'm trying to get a map from Unreal Engine 4 that apparently doesn't inherently... I thought you could just add it to 5 projects, but none of the 5 projects are showing up because they're not supported, apparently, which is lame. Because you can just add it anyways, which is what I just did. So hopefully this works. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. I believe I got the map over. I believe this is the map. Let's see. Yeah, the part of the tutorial we're at now was go download this architectural visualization, which is, it's like a pretty open building that has a tree in the middle, and I didn't want to go download that. Oh, ooh, the textures did not come along. Really? I didn't get the textures? They're right here. Okay, maybe it just needs a minute. Let's just give it a second. It's trying, it's chugging, it's doing its best. All right, it's doing what it can. We got floating squares. It's completely frozen right now, so we'll oh no, it's completely frozen. Oh no! Oh god! All right, here we are. We'll let that do its best. It's trying its hardest out there. But yeah, so Pro Donut, you ever mess around with any programming stuff? Oh my gosh. It's trying. I'm watching it try. We got a couple things updating. This might take a minute. In the meantime, let's turn the music back on and grab the question book. We'll answer a question while we wait. Thumb through. Would you rather have an indestructible car or an indestructible home? I'd go with... I think you can get more, like, so... An indestructible home is only good against tornadoes and earthquakes. But an indestructible car lets you become the world's greatest demolition derby expert, right? You can go make so much money, just enter all the tournaments and no one can stop you. I think I'm gonna go with car. It's funny, this lag is from Unreal Engine trying to update its stuff, so we just gotta give it a minute. An indestructible car would be a death trap? Oh, you're right. Six Corners is right, because it wouldn't give. The car is designed to crumple because it spreads out the like the impact area. Yep. And now he says, yep. All right. Yeah, so an indestructible, like just a car from the 70s made of solid titanium. I think we've already had indestructible cars. All right, fine. You've made me change my answer. We're going with house. It says that it is 15% done with this. But imagine, what if cars go down in value, but do magical cars that can't be destroyed go down in value? What if we're able to, like, remote control it? Get it hooked up? Like, if you could remote control your indestructible car, think of what you could do. Think of what could be done. The positive impact you could have. This is the world where he built that box that glows when you walk near it. I remember this place. Cool. This was a bad idea. This one's too pretty. It's 21% done. Instead of being indestructible, make it collapsible. Like when it crumples, you can just uncrumple it. The magical book of stupid hypotheticals doesn't say it's a crumpable car and a crumpable house. They're indestructible. Gosh. Come on. Being so ridiculous. Would you rather have Harry Potter or Bella Swan as your best friend? Huh. Well, I'm going to assume that Bella Swan is the person from Twilight. I only know their first name is Bella. And I only know that because Cringerous recently watched that movie. And I was exposed to it. I'm going to definitely take the Magical Wizard for 20. Or Magical Wizard for 500. However, whatever the format of Jeopardy is, we're going with the Magical Wizard, damn it. How is that even remotely? That can't be the right Bella, right? Bella Swan has to be a different Bella. Like, who in the hell would choose just like the most plain, uninspiring character ever over a magical wizard? Who would do that? Bella Swan. Oh my god, that is who it is. That's not even close. What was the question? The question was, would you rather have the main character from Twilight or Harry Potter as your best friend? That was the question. It's not even close. I don't even understand how that was a question. Easily the wizard. But it never is destroyed. It still provides you safety. Yeah, I mean, even without the crumples, you got airbags. I still think it would be a good demolition derby car because those aren't wrecking at high speeds, and then you would just destroy everyone. How, Plantley, you're just trying to start fights. There's no way you would rather have just a random girl as a friend versus a flipping wizard with magic that can do magical things. Wizard. The doggy wanted to come downstairs. Here's a doggy. Outside. I don't think she went outside. Here you go. Kind of wizard? Grand wizard. Why did that get blocked? Held a message for reasons. Race, ethnicity, or religion. I'll allow it. I'll allow your turn. Grand wizard is now an allowed term. A term was too taboo before today. So we know Alan's going with the indestructible car versus the indestructible house. This is not going to finish. Because Grand Wizard is the name of the not LLL guy. He can tell. See, Harry Potter would appreciate me as a best friend because I don't know all his weird details about the story. So he could just be like a normal dude hanging out with me that occasionally like uses his magic to summon pizza, and like I'm not like bugging him all the time. Oh. I still don't know the reference. I mean, I know what you're going for now. I think it's a rank in the 3K org. Oh. Oh, as to why that was blocked. Gotcha. That's a really weird... I mean, but like... I feel like that is... a common phrase for nerds. All right, I think it's finished loading enough that we can play. Wizards suck. Did they like hog all the knowledge and don't share it? I don't know, man. Hey, I'm not asking them to teach me. I think we can play now. I didn't realize it was kind of smoothed over. It's still chugging along. You can it's down here behind me. See, that's the percentage that it's at right here. So it's chugging along, but we can move around the world now. That's good enough for me. All right, back to the video. What do we got coming up? Where's the video at? There it is.
Use maybe a couple if you're not sure, and we can test them out.
We got them hooked up.
Okay, so I have already downloaded this project, which is why it's giving me this option to create the project. Now, instead of having to go back here to find it every time, I actually can find it in my library.
Can you imagine how hard it would be to
vault
add an extension?
All the stuff from the marketplace, as well as all the stuff from that learn section. So I can
just
go
a little
and
bit.
create this blueprints project. It's just going to go ahead and create it as a project. It's not importing it into my existing project. So we're going to have to do some clever shenanigans to get that across. And it's always useful to know, because if you've got anything, if you've got a project that has assets in that you want to get out of there and into your own project, here's how you do it. So we're going to go ahead and launch up the blueprints project that has just been created.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
when
what
that
we
has
were
launched
having
up,
to
just
do.
like it did here, we are going to go across, and here are two folders, the assets and maps. We're going to move those across to our project. But the way I want to do this is move it across, but without... Well, we can just move across the maps, essentially, because what we can do is we can right-click and hit Migrate, and you'll notice here that it is showing all the assets it's going to migrate, because sort of the maps depends on the assets in Assets.
Oh, so it's saying I should have done it like that instead of the way I did it.
Over in our project to contain those assets. I'm going to go to Add New.
Oh,
new
well.
folder, and I'm going to
It's
call
fine.
the folder Arc
What's the worst that could happen?
Assets, and you can use whatever assets you want for this, not necessarily the same blueprints learning example that I am. And I'm going to right-click on the maps over in the Blueprint Office, migrate, and click OK, and then I need to select where I want to migrate that to, so I'm going to select my Architecture Explorer path in the Windows Explorer. Then I'm going to go over to Content, and then there's the folder I created, the ArcViz Assets. I'm going to plop it on in there. So I'm going to select that folder, and it says doesn't appear to be a game content folder. Migrating content will only work properly if placed in a game content folder. So maybe this would work, maybe it wouldn't, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to put it directly in the root of the game content folder, and we can always move it later. So let's select that folder instead, because there are some references that will probably be relative to the root of that folder. So it's saying the content migration was completed successfully. Hurrah! Let's go over to our project. Now we've got our assets and our maps, and we're going to select both of them with a shift click, and we're going to just move them over into our folder that we created specially. Now, we will notice that when this is done moving, it won't have moved everything. It will have left some so-called redirectors in place. And when that's done, you get this message log here. In my case, it's saying missing file name, so I'm going to close that down. Now, you'll notice that this assets folder is still containing some things, but it doesn't look like there's anything in there. Well, you can see the redirectors by going to the filters option, other filters, and show redirectors. And hopefully, if we refresh this, maybe not in audio, blueprints, effects. Okay, there are some redirectors in some places, but not in all places, which is strange. I would have expected there to be more redirectors. But what we can do is we can go to the root of assets, we can right-click, and we can fix up redirectors in folder, which is done rather quickly, considering that there probably weren't very many. So we can delete the assets folder now because it doesn't say anything, it has no redirectors in it. Fantastic. Now, a little word of caution. I don't
That's
think
a lot of
these files
steps
that I've just imported.
to move some files around.
To our project.
Or you can just grab them and throw them in there and hope for the best. That's what I did.
ArcViz Assets folder. If I right-click it and look at the properties for it, you'll see that it's 408 meg. That is quite a lot for version control. It's not going to handle it particularly well. It'll slow things down.
Exactly.
You could version these if they are your assets, but in this case, because they're not my assets and I'm not going to be changing them in this project, I think there's no reason to be versioning them. So I'm going to be ignoring them entirely from version control. This means that if you get hold of my project from GitHub, you will need to re-import these assets. Just a word of warning, re-import them the same way I just did, and you will be fine. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the ArcViz Assets maps, because there is one thing that I want to change, and that is this Blueprint Office. So I am going to duplicate it with a Control-W, and I'm going to call
I think what I would want is indestructible commercial real estate.
Sidebar here, so that I can
yeah,
drag
see,
it into the root of my content
if it's
folder.
your indestructible home, you have to like first move into like a 1 out of 64 apartment building, and then that whole complex is indestructible.
So let's have a play. We haven't done that yet. But there's some nice atmospheric music. We're not able to move around at the moment, but that's okay. What you can do, however, is you can try out the Blueprint Office, obviously, in its original project, where we can move around, just to see how it should be behaving. You can see that there are these security cameras that lock onto you, like this. and we can get out of range, and then they'll carry on scanning again at some point, although it takes a while for it to go out of range. We've got steps to go up and down.
Oh, we don't have cool security cameras
that show up with some text.
Maybe we should have used his world.
There is this security door, which you need to kind of sneak in past the camera to get in. Like that, there you go. You can get into this little protected area, and you can go up to this console, hit E, and you can see that we can see the various cameras, the various views from the security
That's pretty
cameras,
sweet.
like so. But if you get caught by the security camera, the door locks, and there is this alarming music, which I'm going to mute because it's just too much for us. Okay, so
the world is our home.
Okay, it's a little bit atmospheric.
The Earth is our home. We now made the Earth indestructible.
See that it is quite good as a kind of office setup, if anything. So this looks pretty good as a starting point for our architectural visualization. That's how you should be able to move around the scene. So I can go ahead and close that blueprint project now.
Yeah, we don't have cool cameras.
Project entirely because I only needed it to extract the assets and put them into our architecture explorer. So one more thing we should do is make sure that we're able to move around the scene. Why are we not moving around? Well, if we have a little look,
here we come.
Look at our world outline.
That's
here we've got a character.
Oh god. Flashbacks to humankind, the video game.
So it's not our character. The reason for that is that we've got the wrong game mode. So we want to fix up the game mode. I'm going to stop, play, go to blueprints, and in the game mode override, I'm going to go ahead and select a game mode base class and.
Hey, it's time to start doing stuff. All right. Whoa, it's looking pretty good now. Blueprints, open game. I don't think game mode's not been overridden, but our world game mode is still the same, right? World setting game mode is none. Oh, it's not the same. All right. VR game mode. That's our thing. All right. So now we got the world in here. Means we hit play. Yeah. My headset's falling asleep apparently. The headset not working? What the hell? Oh, okay, this is concerning. Oh, this is concerning. All right, well, what if we open up the other map again? Where'd our other map go? All right, let's open up empty level. Save the selected. I hope this doesn't reset the compiling shaders. Oh no, it might. Hit play over here. This one's working. Oh no. All right, why isn't it working? Oh, I bet you I got an idea. Probably because this thing up here needs to be changed. No, that's still on VR preview. Play. Oh, now it's working. Haha, suckers. Well, that's cool. It's working. People still play Humankind? Isn't that electricity kind of a work hazard? Oh, that cable's fine. It's fine. It's supposed to be there. I mean, people probably still play that game. You want to play that game with me?
And that base class is going to be the BP. Nope, not that one. It's going to be our VR game mode. Actually, I want to rename that. It should start with BP. So, my mistake for not following the convention. It should be BP_VR game mode.
Oh, no.
So, just check it's still linked. Yep, we still have the game mode. And if we go ahead and hit play, but play with the VR preview this time.
I got to rename it.
Then we should be able to move around our level. Yep, and we can look in the right direction and move around like so. Okay, so this is going to need a little bit of playtesting to see whether our movement with this controller paradigm, as I'm calling it, is actually working or not. So that's your challenge.
Would we be allies?
Does movement work well?
No.
Playtesting.
Nope, we would not be allies.
Pay attention to stairs. Pay attention to the cameras. See if they're tracking properly. And
Matt, what's up?
There's a problem. I'm not just leading you down a blind alley here.
How you doing? How you doing?
If you can find out.
I appreciate you coming in, man. What's good? What's good? Man, that's a huge party. I appreciate you. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm trying something new today. It's the not the first time I've done coding on stream, but this is basically the first time. And this is the first time I've tried doing VR stuff, VR coding on stream. We're following along with a tutorial by Game Dev TV. Interested in doing any sort of programming stuff, they have a ton of awesome courses that you can find right there. But yeah, that's what we're up to tonight. What were you doing this evening? And you know what? I'm getting better at this. I'm learning. It's only been a couple years. Figuring it out. Anybody here who doesn't know Matt, which I find that to be a crazy thing. Everybody here has got to know Matt. There's a huge shout out for him. Oh no, Raiders! Wait, what? Oh god, the Chiefs' blood! Oh no, Raiders! Get out of here, Raiders! Curious, I got curious as what's going on. Yeah, we're, like I said, we're working on some Unreal Engine 5 stuff. I'm following an Unreal Engine 4 course. It's 4.18, very old because the current Unreal Engine is 4.27. A little old course, but it's one I have access to, and it's from a group of people that I really, really like. But yeah, that's what's up. Right now, Mod in Minecraft Monday, then ended with the Stream Raiders battle. Yeah, I heard that. I saw your tweet that this was the last Mod in Minecraft with Filthy Viking, so I hope that went well. Filthy Viking is also awesome. And I may invite them to Satisfactory on Wednesday. We mentioned it at one point, but we didn't get the timeline stuff worked out yet. But hopefully that works out. They said that they're interested in it, and I've been playing a lot of Satisfactory, so that might be a match made in heaven. But yeah, we're working on this. I did not build this by any means. I mean, I made this. I made all of this. This was all me. I did all of this 100%. I did not just download this for free from the free store. That was not something I did. I handcrafted this all tonight. Been a lot of hard work. But yeah, we got to set up with VR. So far, all we can do is hold the control. Hey, it did this last time. All right. So something is up with sometimes the headset doesn't work with this map. Does it work this time? No. Interesting. What's the deal with that? I did just rename the BP VR game mode, so maybe I gotta like rebuild it or something. That was a little odd. Little odd indeed. But going somewhere that we know it works. Right here. See, we hit play. We can move the headset around. Oh, maybe it's just out of the way. Oh, there, now it's working. Yeah, maybe the sensor. I'm really far from the sensors at the computer desk. Yeah, so we can walk around with the keyboard, not with the controller. The controller doesn't work, and then we can spin the head. So like W always goes where we're looking. Oh shit, I walked off the edge. Goodbye, cruel world. Whee! Let's go set this. Oh well, if I go set it out there, then. Got too well. Well, while it's still gotta read, let's switch back the maps real quick. And hit play. Oh man, this map is starting to look pretty good. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is the free map that I downloaded. I mean, totally built. And it's still being built. We got the graphics on low because building all this stuff out on high does not work out very well. It does not work at all, actually. Oh, we gotta duck the controller down to get underneath there. Yeah, this is a pretty cool little free asset they handed out. Unreal Engine does a pretty good job about giving out free stuff. And I can't duck because we don't have a ducking option available, but I need a duck to get through here. Whatever. Set that back down. Oh. Have you ever heard of Satisfactory, Matt? You might be interested in it. It's like Minecraft, but with like really pretty graphics, and it's like Minecraft meets Factorio, if you've heard of Factorio. But it's a really good time. It's been a ton of fun. You just you just start off with the whole go hit a rock and collect rocks to then build metal to then like make a drill to hit rocks faster to then eventually get an automatic drill, and then you get conveyor belts to feed the rocks from the automatic drill into a smelter to automatically get ingots, and then you take those ingots into like a press and you turn them into plates, and like you just keep building stuff. You just keep building stuff, and you get like trains. You can get freaking trucks. You can get so much cool stuff. Keep getting begged to play it. Oh well, I mean, hey buddy, why don't we go play some Satisfactory on Wednesday? Huh? I know you got things going on, but if you don't got anything going on, I'm just saying it's a really good game. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, our server has been live for 76 game hours. It doesn't count the hours when no one's on it. For 76 hours, either me, Alan, or Dustin, or a combination of all three have been on there. I played Portal 2 with the girlfriend. Look at you having so many people that love you and always trying to play games and stuff. Gosh. Then you make pipes that look weird on the conveyor belt, and then you get switched to a dedicated server. Yeah, I don't know what was over that. Do streamers mind getting begged to play video games? I think it's gonna be like on a case-by-case basis. I would say, on average, probably more so than not. That would be my guess. Depending on like what it is, like. I think that makes sense, because imagine like Shroud or Ludwig or anybody like, stop trying to ask me to play games. But then you got like that IT guy Matt, who's like always playing community games with everybody, and I don't think you could bug him with it. I don't think it's possible. I think that IT guy Matt just loves playing and hanging out with every single person. I think I'm in the middle. Because like the games I get asked to play are like Magic. I don't want to play Magic with people, because they'll be like, let's play a good fun game of Magic, and then I'll sit over here and play like a deck of Solitaire for 20 minutes, and they'll be like, why in the hell did I do this? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm having a blast. And yeah. They've already said that they're not interested? Yes. Let the bands fly. Yeah, that's the distinction right there. Asking once, probably never really gonna be an issue. But if you're like, hey Matt, I heard you got something you're doing Wednesday. You want to play with me instead? You should not play with them. You tell them no, go away. It's a once in a lifetime adventure. You can play Portal with them on Thursday. Come on. I'm only live on Wednesdays for Satisfactory. If you want to do that, come on. Like then it's just a butthead move. I'm trying to be as like close to a butthead without being a butthead as possible. So I'm sorry if I crossed the line. But yeah, so this is what we've been trying to do. We've been trying to get, I honestly, I posted a picture of the course, and I thought we would get like halfway, if not all the way through this, this movement section, and we've gotten like
what's going wrong? And
20 minutes into it. It took like 20 minutes to make a freaking folder in Visual Studio. I don't know what that was all about, but oh my god, that was a nightmare. But oh hey, the dog wants in. Come on, puppy. Maybe you would go faster on alcohol. I don't think that's how that works. I do think that there's like the 1.5 glass rule, like it's a skit, but it's like you can have 1.5 glasses of alcohol, and for like that's how much all the secret like Illuminati people drink, 1.5 glasses, and if you ever go ahead of that, then it'll send the world into chaos. 1.5 is the perfect amount of inebriation to get rid of all inhibitors without debilitating you. If you ever 1 in 75, 2 glasses, world falls into complete chaos.
Yeah. Okay, so pause video and have a go. Okay.
So yeah. We've already been walking around our world for a while.
With collisions, they're behaving a little bit strangely. Let's figure out how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and play. Here I am, as a headset. I'm going to go up to this camera. What's he going to do? He's not looking at me. He's looking at some point over there. Why is he looking at some point over there? How strange.
Oh, well, see, I don't have that map. I downloaded a different map.
If we go up to these stairs from an angle. So I'm going to go up to these stairs from this angle. That's strange. I'm able to
Have you heard of the Balmir Peak? Maybe that's what I'm referencing. But I don't recognize that name now. This is a risky. Balmir Peak. Fine. a peak in programming or other abilities caused by alcohol. The theory is that computer programmers obtain quasi-magical superhuman coding abilities when they have a blood alcohol concentration percentage between I drank until I hit the Ballmer's peak. So I used to, back, it was a long time ago, a few years ago, I would like reward myself a bit of whiskey while I programmed. And then I was always programming at night because it was the only way I could drink is if I was programming on a side project. And I got a lot done on the side project, but then I got worried I was reinforcing becoming an alcoholic, so I just cut it out. But I guess I encountered this phenomenon by accident. No wonder my world's been in total chaos. Good old ow key how. Alright, I gotta go get my girls to bed. Catch you later, man. Take care, Matt. Thank you so much for sending your friends over here. I know you can send them anywhere, and you sent them over here. It means a lot. Thanks, buddy. And have a wonderful night. I hope that the girls go to bed easy, and it's not a fight. Is there a non-alcoholic Ballmer's Peak? I don't know. I don't think that. Maybe other drugs behave the same way, but I wouldn't know.
Why am I able to do that?
Glad you toned it down. That's it. Just for you, we're getting wasted right now.
You would not be able to go through this railing. There is a collider there. But I am able to go through. What's going on there? How strange. Let's go up to this camera as well, just in case. Yep, sure enough, he's looking over at a spot on the ground over there. Why is he doing that? Why is he looking at a spot over there?
This is the distance between
back into the editor
your headset
going on
and the center.
Outliner. Okay,
that's what's going on here.
I want to see whether we can get a better view here. I think not. I think we're just kind of stuck with
pretty sure that's what's
updated when it's in VR mode, sadly.
Yeah. Maybe so off camera.
The cameras or the rays that they're projecting.
I'll pull this map into the world. That way we can follow along.
Anyway, so we're
with it a little bit better.
Outliner. Click on him. Now,
because like if these cameras become a major center point,
top-down view. Okay. So
because the cameras seem really cool.
My character appears to be here.
Basically, maybe I could just like download the map and then take the cameras out of the map and put them into mine.
The camera, the character is what I mean. But where is our camera? If I double click on my character, that's where he is. If I double click on the capsule, that's the root components in the same place as the actor. That one doesn't have a different transform. If I double click on the camera, however, it's taking me to a different location.
So the camera is away from where the character is.
It does have a location and rotation.
And that's because I'm not in the center of the room. I'm way over here. The center of the room's way back there.
Its Y and its Z value is particularly large. It's quite a high Y and Z value. So the reason for that, if we stop play and have a look at what Y and Z is, Y and Z are basically, its Y value is going off in this direction, but we don't really know because things have been rotated once it is in local coordinate space. So I'm not entirely sure which direction it's moved in, but it's definitely moving. Remember, the camera is moved relative to its root. Now, in a character, there is no way of the root not being the capsule. The capsule has to be the root of your character component. So that is why our behavior is strange. We've essentially got ourselves a very long neck because the camera is about a meter away from the center of the character. And that's why we're getting all these strange behaviors, because when we walk up to a camera, it's looking at the center of our character, which is a meter away because of our extremely long VR neck. Now, why is this happening? Because we're essentially a meter away from the center, in inverted quotes, of our play space. Our play space is allowing us to move around, but we are moved away from the root at any given time, probably. So how are we going to deal with that? Well, that's going to be the subject of the next lecture. But in the meantime, I will leave you scratching your heads and thinking about ways that you could implement this.
Well, we gotta like offset it. Offset. We gotta move the root of the character with the headset. I think that's the solution. Which of the following is not covered in this course? Mobile VR. I'm hoping grabbing objects is. Sweet. All right, we'll get some grabbing objects at some point. Which student will get the most out of the course? Ben makes sure he does all the challenges, but his project looks like the instructors. Rick watches all the lectures, but never pauses the videos for a challenge. Sam pauses after he's finished a section and works his knowledge into a passion project. Mike watches to the first quiz. Then life catches up with him and he forgets about the course forever. This should just say shinny, because I have got like 20 courses with this exact same thing going on with it. All right, but Sam, kind of funny that the best character here is named Sam when the instructor's named Sam. I think Stan. Who the hell's Stan? Alright. Where should the following question go first? I have OSVR headset. Will I be able to follow the course? That is Udemy Q&A. Because that's got a direct answer. Which hardware is required for the course? Steam VR. We'll go with the top one. I don't really know. Wait. How does head tracking influence the Unreal scene? The head component is moved relative to the pawn root. That's what we were just talking about. The player pawn is moved on the scene. The camera actor is moved in the scene. The camera component is moved relative to the parent component. Okay, it's actually that one. I just, my brain, I like head component, camera component, same. But yeah, once I read the correct answer. Did you see the new Cowboy Bebop? I did not, but I heard that they were going to cancel it or something already. Which is amazing because it just released. So, have you watched it? I think Alan watched it, and I thought he said that I should check it out. Suppose you're creating a horror VR experience. You want to spawn a sound effect directly above the player's head to creep them out. What is the easiest way to find this location? Get the up vector of the camera and add it to the camera's location. I think that's it. Add an API call to Steam VR software to find the head position. That's definitely not it. Use the character's actor transform to calculate the location. I think it's going to be the camera and add it above the camera's location. Correct. Sweet. Why do you have to do anything with the camera? Are you trying to achieve an effect? So the reason why something needs to be done with the camera is hi Savvy, running around like a racehorse. Got the zooms. The reason why something needs to be done is the camera is moving off. So like we've got the character's here, and then if I'm standing in the center of the room, it's 1-to-1. But if I walk away, I'm seeing over here. So then whenever I go to walk, it's gonna walk like this, which means my head could go through a wall because there's no collision. The camera doesn't have collision. So I need to move the character to sync it up. When I move the head, I need the character to move with it, is my proposed solution to the fix. And that's why in his example, because I don't have cameras that watch me in the map that we downloaded, but in his example, he clipped through a wall, and he also had the cameras look at him, but the cameras weren't looking at him. They were looking off to the side. I like what I've seen so far. I think the anime fans are just a little bitches that complained. I imagine that, I mean, maybe they complained, maybe they didn't. I imagine that it just did the same thing that it always does. And a lot of things get canceled that are popular, that are good quality content. It just either doesn't live up to expectations or whatever. Like I don't think it takes backlash. What's the Rotten Tomatoes on it? Rotten Tomatoes, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, 2021, sure. I mean, it looks like the critics hated on it a lot and the audience thought it was better than the critics gave it. Makes sense. Critics consensus, maybe next time, Space Cowboy. Hey, I recognize this guy. This makes me think of... Where do I know this person from? Oh god, you've got me going down an IMDb thing. No, pull back to reality. Pull back to reality. Then we'll be checking this movie to that movie to this movie to that movie. We gotta break the cycle. I think that was Harold and Kumar. I think that's where I recognize him from, but maybe not. Alright, how do you move assets out of an Unreal project into another? Well, you could do the long steps that he did, or you could do what I did and hope that it still works in the future. Maybe we'll find out that it doesn't work. Open the source project, right click the asset folder, migrate, choose the content folder to the destination project. Copy and paste assets, that's what I did. The second option's me. Open the source project, right click the folder, migrate, choose the folder within the content folder of the destination. That's got to be the top one. Will the game's launcher find the assets in the, yep. Well, the bottom one is what you would hope to be able to do. But it doesn't always work apparently. So top answer is what we're going with. Correct. Ace the quiz. It's like we've been paying attention or something. Well, that seems like a good spot to end. It is half as far as I expected. I legitimately thought, looking at this, that I'd be like, all right, we got 10, 30. So this would be like an hour of the stream. And then 15 minutes, 20. So another hour. Oh, or sorry, like every 30 minutes of the course material, I assumed would take an hour. We skipped some of this stuff. We skipped the welcome course orientation. And so, yeah, no, we got a third as far as I thought. I thought we would easily get to the midsection quiz and maybe be able to get to this one over here. Like, I thought for sure we'd get like twice as far, if not 3 times as far as we did. But that's fine. This was the first time doing it. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Hope that you guys enjoyed it at least a little bit. Because I definitely did and would like to continue doing this. Maybe this is a once a week thing. Keep it on Mondays, maybe move it to a Saturday. I don't know. But I definitely liked what we had going on here. Sure, we didn't get as far, but like maybe the problem is I'm just thinking about like whenever I was projecting how far we'd get, I'm thinking about like whenever I'm doing this, not live, obviously, and you can definitely go a lot faster if you're not talking to anybody and you're just like, let's go. And then you can skip content. Like I normally keep watching double speed instead of 1.5, 1 to 1.5. It was pretty cool doing that challenge though. We got it most of the way right. Missed a couple syntax things that Visual Studio is really bad with Unreal Engine projects about the IntelliSense mattering. It's pretty bad. So as soon as the IntelliSense caught up and was like, hey, you missed a thing, I was like, oh, there we go. And then it worked. So nice. I definitely do have Unreal Engine experience, but I have not done anything since the last stream. And probably a long time before that. It's I got like I've dabbled in it, I guess. I've done a couple of these courses a little bit of the way through. I was the Mike from the survey. I get like halfway through or a quarter of the way through, and then I just forget about it. Well, I guess it's time to raid out. Let's check the community Discord, see if anybody's live in there that we know. Shinobi's playing Halo Infinite. He's not live though. I don't think Shinobi streams anymore. Get Halo Infinite. Then I can play with Shinobi. I like that guy. Vanishing Panda. Let's see what are the channels that we got. Who are we following? Maybe Raiden is on. We made new friends there. Wait, did I get a follow 6 hours ago from Maxi Taxi? What? I wasn't even live. I'm having flashbacks to Ross Haas. I'm signing off. Have fun. Well, take care, Plant Lady. We're signing off too. We're just looking for a raid target, and then we'll be heading to sleep time. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh man, I'm all right. The Raven Armed is playing Inscription, and it looks like they're behind. It looks like they're not as far as we were, so it's safe to raid them. I want to see what they're doing with Inscription. Let's go ahead and do that. This is Jack Sparrow Incarnate. We're going to go see what they're up to and enjoy the Inscription. Redeem random question. Oh, you 1428. I think you were waiting until the very last second. You were waiting until we get the timer going, so I'd be under pressure. I don't do well under pressure. Do you have a favorite pair of blue jeans? Describe them. The only pair that fits. Well, that one right there. All right, there's your question. You ding dong. Get out of here. Go hang out with this Jack Sparrow. Take care, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We'll probably be playing Satisfactory on Wednesday, and a decent chance it will be guest starring The filthy Viking. Why don't the others fit? Because I've been eating a lot of Milky Ways lately. I don't know what else to tell you. Peace out, Girl Scout.